Good evening. Hello. Welcome to Hollowed Plains, a Happy Jacks RPG podcast actual play of Vampire the Dark Ages 20th Anniversary Edition.
Wahahaha.
Exactly. My name is Kurt. I'm the storyteller for this game, and we have players. I'm going to start to my left.
My name is Gina. I'm a player. I play Ilona Justina.
Dragomir.
Yeah, Dragomir Moldovanu. That's it. I have a lot of names. I'm a Tamis.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
This is Jib, and I am playing Sir Maximilian Bulk, Knight Commander of the Order of the Black Cross, and Ventru, and Keeper of Her Highness's Elysium.
I'm Stu. I'm playing Gregare, a Scottish gangrel. That's about all you need to know about me.
So much for being personable.
Well, that's my nature, my demeanor. It's curmudgeon.
That's right.
That's
Hello,
spectacular.
I'm Mary. I'm playing Runa, and maybe she's a game girl. I don't know. Everybody else thinks she's a game girl. It's great. I'm trying to draw the symbols back on the map because we have a more readable map for you lovely people, but we didn't transfer our symbols, and everything I'm trying to draw looks like a penis, which is not okay.
Unless you're trying to draw a penis.
Yeah.
And then if you draw it and it doesn't look like a penis, then it's a problem.
Okay. Nobody has declared the location of a whorehouse yet.
That's true.
True.
Okay. Down there in that mix of things was a wine opener.
Down there in
No,
that mix of
I put it
things was a
volume.
wine
Oh, it's right there. It's right
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Or perhaps down there in that mix of things.
Because things got changed
Yes.
when I wasn't looking.
there. It's amazing. If you were to just turn the cameras just a little bit, you can see that my shit pile of stuff that is
We'll
strategically not on
This is
camera.
why we'll not turn the
Right.
cameras.
Is your mic off? So.
No, it's on.
Okay.
And you're not.
Am I unmuted?
No. Yeah. We're unmuted as we should be through 5.
Yeah. Well,
We're actually unmuted through 7. So.
Now we are. So,
Am I there? Hello, testing.
Is he here?
I
Can
bouncing?
you hear the stew?
If you look at OBS,
Hello.
and see if I'm down.
All right,
Is
that was just
anybody
a
out
random
there?
cow I drew because I was
Yeah.
weird
Sorry.
last
I
game.
just got
Yeah.
Scary Monsters.
Seems fine.
Speaking of strolls through memory lane, it's got awesome CD.
So hopefully that map is easier for people to read with thicker lines and such, and a little more detail, like where there's forest.
That's better trees than what I drew last
Is it
time.
working?
Yeah. No,
It is?
you
Okay.
you were fine. I think
Anybody else?
when you're listening live, that mic they call it the quiet mic. So you look absolutely fine on OBS. That's why we had trouble when someone else was there because I can hear it just fine through here, but
Is it bouncing right now?
yep,
It is, okay.
it's way up where it
Okay.
should be.
All right.
So sorry, y'all.
Maybe turn what am I, 5? Maybe turn 5 up just a touch.
I will
I'll
just,
check the
just
I'll check the preamp.
Yeah, because you're on where everybody else is.
You
but-
were ever so slightly lower than the other channel.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I turned you up just a hair.
I probably turned it down during the Friday show, whoever was.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Was super
Some
loud.
Some-
wait, I wasn't on the Friday show.
No, it was some other loud act.
Yeah, because Stu's not quiet. Stu's normal talky.
I can't use that mic if it's the quiet mic. That's because we had that happen one game
Yeah.
and we switched me over to here.
Yeah.
So, it's been a couple of weeks, and can somebody who wants to provide us with a
I want to lower it.
recap, a recapitulation of what happened last game? Okay, sure.
Runa.
I was severely sleep deprived and it was definitely bunnies.
Oh,
Also, we
that's
broke a-
not
als-
false.
Also, I think, and again, that could have been a hallucination, but I think somebody broke Elysium.
No, we didn't.
And made sweet, sweet loving to a gargoyle in a vampire way.
I was admiring him. His construction was.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It was only a flirtation.
No, he's a beautifully constructed creature.
So maybe somebody who was conscious last game should give a recap.
You give it. You do the recap. I cannot.
I'm terrible at recaps.
Yeah,
Stu,
that's why we'll interrupt
Give us
you.
a recap.
Let's see.
Jeez, Louise, people, I always do
they all
it.
kind of bleed together for me. But I
There's
do
only been
remember-
2 games.
but even so,
My
they
God.
still sort of bleed together.
There was in the emissary came from that other guy's house. That man.
The city.
The other
Sandomirs.
city.
Oh yeah, the woman in the red velvet.
Okay,
dress.
I have flippin' notes.
Mariella? Is her name?
Lady,
No, Lady
Sabina.
Lady Sabina.
Jid
I actually
something
took
with,
notes.
Yeah, Jedinak.
Jedinak. Yeah.
Jedinak.
Yes. Appointed
From
by
Prince Vodak
Prince Vodak. Yeah.
of Sadomir. Yeah.
Right. And there were niceties
She was a Toreador with
in court,
her.
and
Yeah.
everyone made nice. And then we,
They exchanged notes. Like,
yes,
Right? Yeah, they did. There were notes.
and we
Oh, you're good.
arranged to provide suitable quarters for her, and we're escorting
In your haven.
yes,
Yes.
and
Which is adjacent to the prince's
yes,
haven, which is in
Okay.
like a palace.
right,
So
And you're in the cathedral.
yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, thank you. You could do the little. Look at your laser pointer.
And we heard
Beautiful.
disquieting sounds from overhead, and Ilona went to the defense of our city.
That's one way to spin it.
Yes. I find it
I like my
highly
interpretation.
suspicious that a visiting dignitary comes from Prince Vodak's
Right.
city, and on the roof of the cathedral, which happens to be your haven, there is a disturbing noise. And then one sees a gargoyle.
Who you knew was already in the city.
No, there was a gargoyle. I did not befriend him before. What's he doing in Dude's haven?
And I
On his haven.
My notes say gargoyle lands on roof, hilarity ensues.
Is that what your notes say?
You take notes the way I do.
That's all right. That's what my notes say too.
There was a minor scuffle, but no, there was no harm done.
Friendly sparring.
I believe I said I tried to.
Grapple him. You tried to
Yeah.
catch him.
Yeah.
It's- I have no
I
difficulty.
tried to
with
grapple.
this.
He tried to run away, which I'm sorry, but frankly makes him look a little more suspicious.
You were an 8-foot tall creature of darkest nightmare, and he flew about 6 feet out of your reach.
Are you saying when I am in my more comfortable form, you do not accept me as I am? No, I'm just saying I am Samisi. I am comfortable with who I am.
You're very
is who
comfortable
I
with your body.
declare-
That's good for you.
Yeah, and you are not. It is so. Elysium does not accept all. I will make sure that everyone knows that is true. All are not accepted in Elysium. Do not be comfortable in your own skin.
This is definitely a double standard.
It is.
The
I know. I'm just saying.
the matter was
Beauty
quickly
is more
was
than
quickly
can be.
smoothed over and resolved. There were no difficulties, and
There's no war in Bossing, say.
and
I'm sorry. Please continue.
there were discussions with the gargoyle's master, in which there were apologies given for any offense at sending out his gargoyle to do so. Then there were mysterious notes roaming around, and other shenanigans.
Other shenanigans. All right. Just a quick bit of bookkeeping before we get into this.
Oh, I have one other thing written down because it happened publicly, so I wrote it down.
Okay, yeah.
Well, not publicly, that my character would know, but I
Right,
wrote it down
yeah.
as player. Alonia fed upon something and then ghouled the bishop.
Yes.
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 Like I said, other shenanigans.
I would call that a highlight.
Bishop Cesare.
Bishop
Yes.
Cesare. Yes, exactly.
Bishop, my puppy now.
Vladimir. Let's see.
Okay, so bit of bookkeeping. You said you wanted to spend the XP you've gotten.
Yep.
Cool, fine, no problem.
You told-
does
yeah.
anybody else wish to spend any of the XP? You don't have to.
As they say in Vegas, I'm letting it ride.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I got
Especially this,
thoughts.
since you guys
Yeah.
are been around for a while, improving things starts to get more expensive. So I
Yeah.
totally understand that you want to hold off and wait till you have that 20 XP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm holding off
By,
on everything I need to do
you
right
know,
now.
Oh, I know.
fifth
It's like,
dot
what is
in
it?
something, or
Four
fourth dot in
four
something.
times what your, if you want to increase an ability.
An
Yes.
an
Four
attribute.
times what your
4 times current
attribute.
for an attribute.
And
5 times
2 on the abilities.
5 times current for an in-clan discipline. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's only 5
For
times
an
current?
It says
Current
Current or the one you're
times
going to buy?
Current.
10 for a new.
It's 5 times current. Whatever you currently have.
Okay, before you buy it. Got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you-
When you buy it, it costs, if it cost you, if you have 4 dots in a discipline, it costs 20 XP to buy the 5th dot.
But if you only have one,
Then it's only
it is-
5 XP
Got
to
it.
buy.
You told
a
them
second
I
dot.
may-
about
I
my,
may spend
my
a little.
beautiful notes?
Well, I was
My
gonna
notes?
I was gonna lead in with that actually.
Okay, please
So
do.
the
I'll
last
put it on
thing that
camera.
actually happened was you were walking around and that
Yeah.
note fell out of the sky.
Literally fell from the sky.
No,
Yeah.
that's fell from the sky.
Yeah.
Exactly. Can I see the note for just 1
Of
second?
course you
I
may.
don't remember what it
Thank you. No, that, I know what it says, and I know what it says. So, oh yeah, I know, right? So yeah, that note fell from the sky,
It fell from the
and
sky.
I think you're alone.
And I believe that is the time that the note describes wanting to meet me is 1 hour past prime bell, which would be, you said, probably about a couple hours before sunrise.
Not even a
Not-
couple hours, like
So shortly before
maybe a
sunrise.
half hour before sunrise. Maybe an hour. You might be pushing an hour. Prime bell is 6 a.m.
Okay.
Uh,
That's right. You said that probably daybreak 7-ish.
7:30,
at this time.
so 7:40, somewhere in there. Yeah. None of you took the merit that allows exact time sense, and none of you have temporis. So,
Cool.
yeah,
You wouldn't let me take temporis.
you're right. You're damn right. I wouldn't take you
Flippin'
let you take
head.
temporis.
Flippin' out.
You are not a true bruja.
I will approach
But she's kind of a witch.
Vladislav,
Okay. You're all right. So
Yeah.
yeah.
one
he-
of my gold servants.
Yes.
Vladislav,
Yes.
very important that you get Gregor and Runa for me.
Yes.
They have
Domina.
been absent. They are at Runa's haven.
You wish me to get them immediately?
Yes.
Yes.
They should meet. What time is it now? I forgot. 'Cause it was-
not long after sunset. It's
Okay, so it's
this is
well
the next
early
night.
in the night.
So yeah, it's like 6-7 p.m. Oh, I was gonna go. I was gonna go
okay.
based off of bells.
Well, and we had woken up, met with the prince.
It is not yet Compline Bell.
Translate for me who
9
does
p.m.
not live in the
It is
Dark
not yet 9
Ages.
p.m.
Okay, not yet 9 p.m. That if we should meet at what would I call midnight then? Is that
It's called.
not Matins?
It is Matins.
It is Matins. Okay.
It is in fact Matins.
We should
yes.
meet at Matins. We meet at the Keeper of Elysium's haven. You hate the church. We will meet. I would know that.
You-
So we will meet.
You would also know that his haven is actually in the chapter house, not in the church building proper.
No, if I knew she was like, ugh, like I would. We're gonna meet in. We are going to meet in the local whorehouse because it was
Do you want me
discussed.
to have
was
to draw a
discussed.
penis on
It's
the
like
map?
a
Now you
Yeah.
just draw the penis on the map.
yeah, and now because I think this is the place that my compatriots -1 possibly. We would like to probably meet from time to time.
I mean, he's a soldier. You think he hasn't taken advantage of?
He's a man
Yeah.
of God.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an easy way to
That
find
never
food.
stopped anyone.
It's an easy way to
Hey.
find food.
He's got the uniform. We don't know this yet. There could be some. Yeah. It's like
None of you exactly get the willies just standing around
yeah.
him.
People
So-
work at Arby's. It doesn't mean that they like
I'm pretty
roast
sure-
beef as their life.
I'm fairly sure most people who work there really hate it by the time they're done working
Right?
there.
So there you go. He's been in that uniform for how long?
A
So,
much younger Jason worked at a pizza place.
Yeah.
I didn't eat pizza for 2 years.
I believe it.
the whorehouse. It is called
The whorehouse.
the whorehouse.
It is called.
What's Hungarian for cock and balls?
I don't know what Hungarian is, but it wouldn't matter because we're not in Hungary. I mean, I could look up, but
It's
most of
called
these things,
questionable-
it's more about what the shingle shows, and
Right.
the shingle shows a. It's a ferret and a beaver. No, beaver's a North American animal. It's a it's a it's a ferret and a log. I don't know what.
An otter, maybe an otter.
No, the ferret.
Okay, a ferret,
Would you prefer a mink?
not a taco.
Cat?
That's
I
New
know.
World.
All right, and where is it in the city?
Okay, actually, you see where the two roads lead north from the Castle Hill. There's those two roads head north. Yes, the second cross street,
Here.
that one there. No, that one. Yes.
So this one.
So it's there.
Draw penis.
It's questionable.
It'll be a
meat-
very tiny penis. It'll be appropriate.
questionable meat on a stick.
I
That's what
am
is
going to
served
spend.
inside.
I'm going to buy Protean too.
Okay.
So I sink.
Oh, I
Zoink.
didn't realize you didn't have the
I
claws
didn't have
before that. I didn't realize you didn't have
Right?
those.
I assumed the second dot in animalism was that because I'm always confused with
Yeah,
animalism.
no.
and Protean.
Animalism, you talk to animals.
Right.
Protean, you become one with the earth.
It's a very tiny penis that at this angle looks like a dinosaur. Go my art skills.
So that means I don't have Earth meld either.
Nope. That you said you used.
I get that.
That's a bit of a problem.
5.
It would
I don't
cost
have
you
enough
10.
to buy it right
No,
now.
it'd be
Oh,
10. yeah.
plus protein.
Well, I promised to buy it.
My brother with your protein claws.
You just-
Let me tell you the rule. Is that it is instant. You spend the blood, you use the claws. So when I forgot to spend my blood, I should have just went, no, I spend the blood.
Okay.
So
Reflexive, yes. It is
Yeah.
reflexive to the
So,
claws.
I get to help a player
Already.
for playing the most dramatic. Oop, you might want to turn off your mic for that crinkly, crunchy, delicious cookie thing.
Hide it by your.
In my heart, I'm clutching it close to me so no one else can have it.
Vampire 54 gave me for playing the most dramatic amount of games today. 2 games. I know. I'm Iron Manning games today. So help a player.
Oh, yes.
I need
right.
one from last week.
Help a vampire
Oh,
out.
yes.
need one
That's
from
right.
last week.
Those of you need them from last week.
Plus,
let me know.
if we had blood losses and stuff like
Yes.
that, we
What's
started
your character's name?
Ilona.
Ilona.
Yeah, I know. I say it like
She says it like she's swallowing it.
yeah.
So we're going to the whorehouse.
Wait. You have one from
One
last
die.
week. Do you have one too?
I don't.
I
We were,
do.
we were supposed to write them down.
Yeah, I would
Because
have
wait.
written it down.
I
I don't
If you
think.
had it, then you probably would have written it down.
Yeah, I used
Yeah.
mine.
I don't think I got one because
If
I
you
was
didn't
off
write it
screen
down,
so
you don't
much.
have it.
Yeah.
I was off screen so much, so I don't think anybody felt inspired to help me do nothing.
Hope you do.
Fix a roof.
It was bunnies.
Talk to Anyanka.
Bunnies. Bunnies. It must be bunnies.
Maybe midgets.
Thank you.
So yeah, Vladislav heads off into the night. and he's one of your ghouls, right?
Yeah, Vladislav is my
Ghoul number one.
yeah, he's Ilona's former
Number one ghoul. Number one
science,
son.
science tutor from her backstory.
Okay.
She, yeah.
I love that she is so evil that she ghouled her mentor.
Well,
Yeah.
I love
her
that.
tutor.
I love that. I love that.
I mean, is it evil or is it
Seriously,
practical?
I love that.
You're preserving them.
Preserving the knowledge.
You're preserving the knowledge because writing is hard.
Parchment is expensive.
Writing is not hard.
Parchment's expensive.
You think what you're saving on parchment? Just keeping them around.
No, writing is
That's
hard. You
because
have
the
to,
process of making paper is
you have to
onerous.
find the correct
Hold on,
stone. You have to find your chisels.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Okay. The process of making paper is onerous and time-consuming and difficult. It's a whole lot easier to skin someone.
Whatever.
Yes. Like a
But then you-
sheep, for instance.
But then you only get to write
Yeah.
on them
Well,
once.
they're all cattle.
I want to tell our vampire listener something. History belongs to who? To
The winners?
The people
Those-
with bad memories.
The people who write the history books,
Thank you.
technically, they may
Yes.
may have won, they may not have.
So these rules they keep speaking of, like who witnesses this thing? Who is telling this story? I don't know. Might be someone else.
Storyteller.
Yeah. No, but I was.
Thank you for that.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Apparently I'm better behaved when I'm sleep deprived. I'm sorry.
So, you haven't yet heard Compline Bell. And there is a, you sort of, you don't have Auspex, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay. Then you hear there's a rat knocking at the gate of your complex, your farm.
I will go check.
Okay, and there is a slightly out of breath Vladislav. You know him. He's one of Ilona's ghouls. And he's head bowed, very trying to catch his breath and be deferential at the same time. Mistress Runa, I was instructed to come request. Mistress Ilona requests your presence, and along with Sir Gregar's, Master Gregar's, at the Ferret and Log. At the soonest opportunity. And
I'm not there.
I didn't
Yeah.
think so. That's
Yeah.
what I was going to
I
ask.
went out- I was feeding off of wall guards.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll get to you. So and is Master Gregar here?
No. If he followed his usual patterns, I think he might be somewhere in the city.
You couldn't possibly narrow that down for me.
I don't know, can I? Would I know your patterns well enough?
Probably. I don't keep it secret.
He's particularly fond of the East Gate. Yes? That's the closest one.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Would you like a bit of something to drink before you go?
Oh, just a bit of.
I yell at Anya to get him probably a small beer. Because nobody drinks the water.
Right. Exactly. I was about to say it's like a short beer or something like that.
Yeah. Is it called a small beer or a short beer? If it's
There's
that
two
it's-
different things.
Yes, it's just alcoholic enough that it probably killed the microbes.
Right. Yeah.
That's a small beer, right?
Yeah.
Well, and isn't that the lady pint? Is the
No, the small beer is actually it's still weak beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought that was
So
called
it's
a
American
short.
beer.
I thought that was called a short beer.
I think it's a small beer.
Anyway,
Oh,
no, American
small
beer.
beer is
I
the
was
phrase
making
Yeah.
a joke.
American beer is what's making love in a canoe, right?
Fucking your water.
Just fucking close to
Except
water.
Sam Adams is an American beer.
It's
and
the biggest
so
American
is
beer. It's
805.
absolutely Yeah.
I mean, once
I
upon
know.
a time.
Once
yes.
upon a time, it was true.
Yes.
But we've
Uh,
improved.
absolutely, yes.
Small beer is weak beer.
Okay.
And it's
Awesome.
also a thing that is considered unimportant.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Interesting. Well, and Jen Human named the bar Wooden Ferret. Wood and Ferret. Wooden Ferret.
The wooden ferret. Okay,
Yeah.
I like it. That'll work.
Cool.
I like it. Thank you, Jen.
It works. Awesome.
Okay, so he will gladly accept your offer of a small beer, and then
Oh my goodness.
return the cup. And
Because he provided his service properly, and poor man now has to go running all the way back.
it's not like he has a horse or anything.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, I don't either. Well, I do have a horse, actually. But
so yeah, he heads off towards the east gate. And where are you, Grigor?
I might be there.
Okay.
Because I hit a couple of...
That was last night.
Oh, that was the previous night?
That was the previous
Oh,
night.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh
we're
wait, no,
now
I
in the
thought
early
after
evening.
he left
Then I'll
Myrna,
spend-
he
I should spend
he
blood to
fed
wake up,
off
huh?
the.
I
You
think we
already
did that
spent it.
I
with
did?
that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Oh, that's right. I was going to
No,
ask
you-
if
you
We
fed.
ended early in the evening.
I was going to ask if any, because you really were focused on their shenanigans. I was going to ask if I got more bunnies to eat that night.
And I answered that question.
No, I didn't get to ask it.
Yeah, no. And
I asked. Okay.
Yep.
On the previous night, when I got home, they were like, "Look, these are the bunnies we prepared." I said, "Okay, are there any more right now
Right.
that they maybe didn't realize?" And you
Right.
said no. So this is a new night, and I am asking if there are more bunnies.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, this is a new night.
Yeah. So we're on night. From my perspective, night 2. I don't know how many nights you did.
Actually, no, it's night 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Unless,
it's the same night as the gargoyle, though.
yes.
Which
the
means
same night
it's the
as-
same night.
No, it is not the same night as the gargoyle.
Okay.
That's my point.
That's
Yeah,
what
we-
we're all
you-
confused.
There was a
I
day.
seem to remember you had us spend... Okay, it's
Okay.
coming back. It's
Yeah.
slowly
Okay.
coming back to me.
That's my point. It's the
I told
night
you they
after
all
the
run
gargoyle.
together for me.
Okay.
They all run
Yeah.
together.
Okay, that's
you went
fine.
and talked to the Tremere on the next night. On the second night, I
Okay.
think.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
Okay.
I have a technical out of game question because
Sure.
we need to resolve. We need to make sure that something is in a state that we have a common understanding of.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, that fucking gardener.
Uh huh.
Okay,
Yes.
because my understanding when the situation was going on was that he was a ghoul.
Okay.
Okay, that was an out of game understanding.
Yes.
If is that an accurate understanding out of game? Because if it's not, I'm going to deal with that.
You are almost certain that he is a ghoul.
Okay, then if he's a ghoul, him witnessing what happened is not a problem.
Whose ghoul is
It
he,
is
though?
not a problem for maintaining silence of the blood. You're right.
Right.
He is not
That's
a
my point.
sleeper.
That's my
Okay.
point. Okay. In terms of the event itself, I have plans to deal with that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But I wanted to make sure that our understanding was common
Yes. And that's,
about what he was.
and that was something that we had discussed on Slack
Right.
since the last game. I'm bringing that up for the benefit of the listeners who really brought up a whole lot of points about what is Elysium and what is breaking Elysium and
No, which is they're good
Yeah.
questions too,
Yeah,
because
they
Elysium
are.
and,
They are.
and Masquerade is not exactly the same as.
No, it is not.
Yeah,
so-
Elysium and Masquerade are two very different things.
Right. And I want to ask another point because this is a
Right.
thing about how the game thinks.
Sure.
Okay. Basically, there are only two people who can actually decide that something is a fracture of Elysium, and that's me and the prince. Am I wrong about that?
You're almost completely correct.
Okay.
Some things are so obvious.
Right. Someone could bring something to the prince and say this was a breach of Elysium,
Yes.
but it would either be I would decide, or the prince would decide
Yeah. I'm going to
whether
say
that
yes.
would rule on that.
Yes.
That.
I'm going to say yes. That is the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, like I said, if your friendly local Tremere who is visiting and is protected under the rules of Elysium walked into the prince's, into the prince's court and threw a fireball at her in front of everybody,
There's not much discussion.
nobody's
about
going to. Yeah, nobody's going
There's
to.
not a question about this.
But it's not like that ever happens.
Right. But
I've never
you've
had
done that.
fireballs.
You've never done that. I know.
I've never had fireballs.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that our understanding
Yes.
from a game standpoint was the
Yes,
same.
yes,
Okay, that's
and for the benefit of the listeners, I am going to adjust how NPCs are reacting based on what happened last game, because what happened last game was more a player misunderstanding than a character misunderstanding. Characters would have known these things that the players may not have gathered, which we have now worked out. Yes?
Yeah, we talked about that offline just because some of us have played Vampire, but we've played Requiem. Some of us have played massive tons of Vampire. And
Right.
so they're, and then sometimes there are even listeners who are not encyclopedic, like most of you are amazing. So we're going to do a little more exposition sometimes as things come up, just to make sure characters are making character choices and not.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to work on being better about making sure a player understands what a character would already know, especially since you're not inmates. You've been around for 100 years at least.
Right.
You would know these things.
Okay.
So yes, I'm gonna work on doing better about that.
Kurt, can I touch your dice? Because I've been, they're worried that Mary's got 2 helpful players, and then I can just like go
Just hand
help
them
a
out,
player, and that way I don't have to make a big to do out of it.
Yeah, they're right there.
And I will, that way I
haven't
can
touched them for much-
acknowledge.
not very much at all.
2 help a players for Mary, because they were all sad that we weren't evened up, and now you have. See, now she has 1 more.
Don't worry, I'm sure I'll need it soon.
No, I don't know. Did anyone watch last game?
Yes, they did.
Because if they watch this game, they'll know I'll need it soon.
No, because I rolled. I knew it would happen
earlier today.
When
yeah.
you do the little pre-rolling backstory stuff and you roll box cards. So then I was like, oh, the rest of the game I'm going to roll like 1s and 2s, and there was a little bit of that going on.
Were you playing GURPS?
No, unfortunately, I was playing PBTA.
Oh, yeah, bad sign.
I did just
Really
fine
bad
though.
sign.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, excellent.
Okay.
Cool beans.
So by my records, it is the evening of Thursday, January 9th.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it.
Right.
I believe that's correct.
Oh, okay, because
So-
it was Wednesday before.
Right. So it is Thursday, January 9th.
12:42.
42.
I was right.
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And you said the comp line bell had just rung, right?
It has not yet rung.
Not yet rung.
It has not yet rung.
Okay.
You
Carry on.
might have heard Vespers, depending on whether you're awake or not. But Compline has not yet run. Okay. Yeah, Vladislav leaves you.
Do I get to eat another
you were asking about rabbits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
How
So
much you need?
I'm
You
down.
get half a blood per rabbit.
Okay. I am down 3 from my max.
You can get 4 rabbits. That'll be 2 blood.
Oh, bud. Thank you. And that's more fur to sell.
Right. If you are at the
Eastgate.
East Gate, chatting up the guard, same guard as you chatted up last
Drinking
night.
up the.
Drinking up. Right.
Probably a
were
different guard, actually. He's probably feeling a little under the weather.
That's right. Yeah, they probably didn't make his shift.
That's a good point, yeah. Well, I mean, he had all day to sleep it off, right?
That's true, of course.
The mundane authorities just cannot figure out why their guards are so weak and listless.
Well, they get rotated, actually, from gate to gate, so he's just not at East Gate tonight. So there's somebody else at East Gate, is Piotr.
Okay.
Just because that's a name that came to my head real quick. Wheezing up the road from the general direction of Runa's bunny farm, you see the familiar shape of Vladislav, who is Ilona's ghoul.
Is he drunk enough now to?
Oh, he's
See
not
that
nearly
first?
drunk. He's just.
No.
You're the guard?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I will go ahead and invite him.
Take one.
Oh,
from
look
him.
at the stars!
Oh God!
All right.
Look at the fucking clouds.
That one looks like a bunny.
Oh God! All right, so Yeah, he comes huffing and puffing and wheezing up the road,
Okay.
and he's, Master Grigor, Master Grigor,
Aye?
Mr. Salona wishes your presence.
You need to sit down and rest, laddie.
Thank you, Master.
Can I understand a word you're saying?
I can't
Come and sit
understand
down
what
and have
you're
a
saying
drink with
either.
me first.
I'm gonna have to decide whether drinking off a ghoul is a blood bond level.
Oh, no, I'm not going to feed off him.
Oh, okay, all right. Then I'm
No,
not gonna have to.
no, I took that to mean that you're like,
All right.
yeah.
We're being nicer to your ghouls than
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
They are
I'm
called
totally nice
fiends.
to him.
Right.
So
I'm
they
super
are.
nice to him. Why would these stay with me so long? It's been like
Actually, this time they're called dragons.
Arr.
Yeah. So yeah, he catches his breath after.
I'll give him a little bit of wine. Steady, you may have more work to do tonight.
That's a good point. Yes, Mr. Salona requests your presence at the what did we say it was, the wooden ferret?
the wooden ferret.
Yeah.
Yep.
At the wooden ferret, at your earliest convenience. It
was at Mathens, but
at Matins. Okay,
At
sorry, at Matins. That's what he would have said.
Okay.
I forgot. Sorry.
oh no, I was just because they might have things they need to do.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
She wants to meet at the Rumpy Pumpy.
No, the wooden ferret.
Yeah.
I meant what I said.
All right.
At,
You better lead the way. I've never been there myself.
I think I know where it is. I believe I know where it is. But it's not. I mean, that's several hours from now.
Oh.
I may my mistress may need me.
Oh, very well. Off you go then.
So he runs off. And the two of you, you've got a little over 3 hours.
Okay.
I
Is there
partook.
anything in particular?
You know, I will wander up into town and just see what I hear.
Okay.
Um,
Taking the kids with you, the girls?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, the oldest, I can more or less trust her to run things.
Okay.
Cause,
So she goes up during the day, more likely to deal with the marketplace?
yeah, and things like that.
Okay.
So I can, they're of a good age where I can pretty much trust them to manage things. At night, there's less reason for them to be in town because, frankly, it's more dangerous, as I well know.
Right. Okay. And you're going to...
They're still mortal children. They should be sleeping at night, probably. They probably don't necessarily do that because I don't. But
Right.
I'm gonna try to tap one more guard before I head over.
Okay.
And walk along the wall.
All right.
tap for mana.
Yes. It's gonna be terrible if we ever get invaded at night, because all the guards are gonna be drunk and weak.
Just on the east gate.
Give me a charisma plus. I'll let you choose between leadership or expression.
Well, I have leadership, so I'll use leadership.
That sounds like a good idea then.
Would you like to roll on the...
6s, I assume.
Yeah.
I got 2. I don't have a specialty in.
No,
in
but all right. So yeah, you in the time allotted, you can actually drink from 2 of them.
Okay. That I think will fill me up.
Okay,
Is this the city guard again?
Yeah.
but you don't take them all from. You're right about shift change,
Okay.
and you don't take them all from one place.
Got it.
So, well,
But yeah, I definitely spread it out. 'Cause I'm not trying to kill
That's what I'm thinking. So, now you sent Vladisov off to get Runa and to get Grigor.
Yes.
And what about
I planned
Maximilian?
on getting him myself.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume I know where you might be, and that's probably near his domain.
Yep.
Okay.
Although, I didn't have a chat with the prince.
Yes, you do, actually. In fact, a page boy comes to your door, saying the prince would like to speak with you.
Okay. I will, of course, go.
Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to go before she sent a request. That was kind of a point, but whatever.
We'll say that you met the page boy as you were headed there. Does that work?
Sure.
Cool.
Okay, so there's the page boy leads you not to her standard audience chamber,
That's fine.
but a more private.
I would have since it was me requesting it and there wasn't anyone else involved. I would have expected it to be more private
And it is.
audience.
So, haha. So yeah. As you go in, you're announced. She's standing at a table, looking over various sheaves of
Sure.
something or other. And she doesn't look straight at you, but says, "Sir Maximilian,
Finest.
as best as I have been able to discern, you did everything you could to minimize what happened last night."
It was a minor disturbance, a misunderstanding.
Perhaps I should have a specific conversation with Ilona one-on-one myself. Minor disturbances do not usually incur the transfiguration to the Zulo form.
She was taking action that she deemed necessary to defend both your Elysium and, as a friend, my haven from what seemed the potential for disastrous harm to your guest.
And I appreciate that. I do. And furthermore, I have not heard anything from Master Venceslas yet about this, and I really hope that I don't.
You should not. I spoke with Master Venceslas myself.
Oh, very proactive of you. Thank you. And furthermore, it does not seem to have gone beyond these walls.
To my knowledge, it did not, and I have made inquiries.
If she was going for shock and awe, I believe that she achieved that goal. And I am of the opinion that demonstrating that we are not pushovers, that we are not weak, that we cannot easily be conquered by our neighbors, is a good image to project.
Agreed.
That said, let us try to be hospitable to the guests we have invited here.
Of course. Master Venceslas expressed no... The only concern he expressed was that he might have given offense by asking his ghoul to keep watch.
And your response?
I responded that there was no offense, but that he could trust his security to me as the keeper of Elysium. And I requested that he keep his ghoul closer to home.
I'm not entirely certain that ghoul is the right
Or I mean
term.
gargoyle.
Yeah.
I meant gargoyle.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I meant gargoyle.
Yeah, that's fine. seems like this was all well handled, and it seems like I was right in entrusting this job to you.
My thanks, Highness.
Now, I have meetings, audiences today with Mr. Bayat and with Mr. Venceslas.
Which one was by it? I
He's
remember
the
the
Roshan,
name, but...
he's the Semite.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Roshan Bayat.
From
So,
last, yeah.
I have meetings
Sometimes.
with Mr. Bayat and Mr. Venceslas and with Lady Sabina today, this evening, so I will be quite busy.
Of course.
But
Do you require my presence?
I do not anticipate so.
I am, as always, at your service.
Of course. We will have to have a discussion at some point about the extent of where Elysium continues. Not just geographically, but temporally.
Of course.
It is very unusual to extend the rules of Elysium to an entire city for very long. So we will have to have a conversation about that.
Of course, Highness.
Does the winged beast have a name?
I heard it gave its name, and I heard it, but as a player, I don't remember it.
Okay,
So
it was
hang on,
Barbas.
I'm conferring.
It was Barbas.
It was Barbas. Thank
Yeah.
you. It does, Highness. Its name is Barbas.
Its presence here grates on me, but I understand why it is here. You have heard the stories of where these gargoyles came from.
Of course.
We cannot verify these, of course, but on the other hand, we have little reason to trust anyone who denies them. Not that we've heard that many denials.
This is a matter that lies outside my expertise. However,
I'm merely speaking with you as a confidant.
of course. I have never heard anything to refute the rumors of their creation. Not that it was credible in
Right.
any case.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Of course.
You, in recognition of this service, if you wish, you may make one withdrawal from my larder.
Most kind of you, Highness.
You've never heard of that happening before.
Of course. And I am down.
So she's, is that game player-wise, I'm assuming that's like so that he can feed from one of her herd? Or...
Euphemistically, kind of, yeah.
Wow, nice.
Now, whether or not her herd meets his needs
Correct. Well, yeah.
is
Right.
a separate issue, but just the offer is
Right.
magnanimous.
I would graciously accept the offer. I would not partake of the offer.
Sure. Okay. Okay.
What
Because-
if there's ripe pickings there? Yeah. You turn down a free
Big,
steak?
fat, juicy Saracen.
Yeah.
She might have, unusual tastes for the area.
Well, yeah, and
It's
if
good
I'm
variety.
sure her herd is probably, she's got a
diverse.
few people.
Yeah. Well, the real question is, would she know what he needs?
That is a very good. The Venture are very tight-lipped about what they need.
That is actually the reason why I will accept the offer but not partake of it.
Yes. Your clan is famously tight-lipped about what.
Right. The
you
secret
need,
is
yeah.
more important
Yeah.
than
Yes.
a snack.
Right.
Oh, that's a fantastic little nugget of knowledge weapon right there.
Oh yeah,
heck
absolutely.
yeah.
Kill every Saracen in town.
Heck yeah.
Now, I will point out that it is actually possible for Ventrue to change their prey preference, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort.
And it's
Right.
not
And it's not pretty.
Yeah, no. I'm good with. There are story reasons for it
Yeah.
being the way it
Yeah,
is.
I completely agree. I just thought I'd bring that up for
Yeah.
Jib's benefit.
And besides, there's free-range snacks roaming around town. I saw one
Yeah, you
earlier.
did.
This,
That's absolutely
and
true.
That's actually part of my plan for the night.
Okay, all right. Vladislav returns to you right about when you're ready to go out to find,
Okay.
and he reports that he found both of them, found both Runa and Gregor,
Excellent.
and we're planning on going out to find Maximilian.
You have always been the greatest of teachers for me, and I'm gonna, because I have to let him feed once a month,
Right.
so I'm gonna let him feed.
Okay.
So
And it's that's you just open up your wrist and
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So he's fully aware of what this is all about. Okay,
Okay.
that's cool. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's actually very common for Schlachta. So yeah.
Okay.
All right.
uh,
It feels good, actually. Him
It
feeding off of you.
does.
Not as good as when you feed off of other people, but it does feel good.
sorry, I was like, I know
Um,
you and I are both like, yeah, shut up, Gina. Anyway,
Actually, when you feed off of other people,
Wouldn't
it feels good
ferret.
for you. But
boom.
Actually, because you said we had a couple hours
Yeah.
before I get there,
Uh-huh.
I said I was going to swander around town see if I hear anything interesting.
okay, there isn't unfortunately a streetwise talent in this version of the system.
Yeah.
So, give me a perception plus alertness. Perception plus alertness.
Is there? Oh, I was going to say like politics or local something. Or,
Yeah, but this is the kind of thing. Just picking up things. I don't want it
I'm
to.
sort of eavesdropping.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah, perception plus alertness. All right. Difficulty 7.
All right, I have Auspex, and it's a perception check says the Auspex
So
apply.
it is reduced by your number of dots and aspects. The
Right.
difficulty is reduced by your number of dots and aspects.
All right, I was just making sure it applied to this rule. So
Yes, it does.
that means I'm looking for 6s, which I got 3 of.
3 successes.
Yes.
There's there aren't a whole lot of people on the street, but you do overhear some rather hushed whisper. Don't trust those dark-skinned visitors that are staying at the tavern, at the Raven and Rose.
But I'm not hearing an increase of talk about extra dead bodies or anything, which means that we're straining the town's resources. Just there's weirdos. That's okay.
I mean, the town has seen its unfair share of invaders recently. So the fact that there's this group of really dark-skinned foreigners walking around is got people a little on edge.
All right.
The light-skinned are harder to identify as being foreigners,
Right.
except by how they dress. So.
And honestly, there's probably an odd variety of clothing based on the fact that they were just like, oh, good, we found fabric.
There is that. I mean, with the number of people who died in the city, there's just sort of like, I mean, people are dressing a little bit better because there was all of this clothing that no longer had owners.
Yes.
So it didn't get thrown away. It got sold and repurposed and things like that. So, I mean, almost everybody's dressing better.
But there's probably some people who are wearing clothing that came off of the enemies, because they died too.
Yeah, they wore rat skins.
Oh, that's right.
So, not so much.
Not so much. Bunny skins, however.
Oh, it's soft.
Rat skins, not so much. No. Anyway.
All right.
All
right.
I have
So-
a couple.
Chafes
Oh,
the skin.
sorry.
Yeah, I would head continue onward, and if she's attempting to get there early, she'll probably get there before me because I'm not in a rush.
Okay. You find Maximilian?
No, I had. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
I had something I needed to do
Okay.
before then.
Sure.
So I need to stop off at Bishop Cesare's.
Okay. He's asleep.
He's asleep.
It's between bells.
Oh, that's true. Oh, because it's around 9, right?
It's getting close to, yeah. He'll probably be wakened soon for Compline.
Are the monks and or brothers and priests and all those folks, are they in his? But some of them are in different. Like, is there a monastery? Is there a?
There is a
Because
chapter
I know we
house.
had the fancy,
Yeah.
like the cathedral and the Prince's Palace. So
Right.
Okay.
So there is there's a chapter house which is
okay,
which has a rectory in it.
Okay.
So that
Oh, perfect.
living quarters,
okay,
for want of a better term, barracks. Just not for soldiers, it's for monks.
Okay.
And they have they don't have individual cells in this particular,
awesome.
but they have
Okay.
cellmates.
I will do my best
pairs.
to. I'm not going to worry about being super sneaky, but there shouldn't be a lot of people out and about. So I'm in where they're sleeping because they are supposed to lights out is lights out.
Well, I mean,
Other than
sundown, you have to start burning candles.
Mm-hmm.
So
right, but don't they normally
or
like?
torches.
Yeah. At any rate,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
You're
enter
gonna-
his room.
Okay, so you trying to not attract attention? You trying to not wake him up when you walk in, or
I don't care if he wakes up.
okay?
Yeah.
That I was wondering about a stealth check. So,
Okay. Yeah,
but-
I would try to not be like she's not skulking, but she's gonna try to not necessarily
Sure.
cause a bunch of other people to go, what's that lady
Why
doing
is the
stomping
lady
around
walking into the
Yeah.
bishops?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Walk.
This isn't the wooden ferret. And I know we know it's wood and ferret, but it's hard to when you're
Right.
a
Oh,
lazy
no, it's perfect.
wooden ferret.
No, it's
and then
perfect.
it'll turn into, like they were saying, then the name starts to morph.
Yay for
I know.
medieval heraldic humor.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
They totally need a wooden carving of a ferret
Yeah.
in the wooden ferret.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's lucky to rub the ferret's head before you go in. It keeps away disease.
Yeah.
You rub the ferret's head before you go in and sample the merchandise.
Rub your own ferret's head.
Hair's
Something like
not
that.
supposed to grow there.
Anyway,
You almost got him.
So yeah, it's not. She's not going to barge in, but so if I can go in once again,
yeah,
not
sure.
trying to be skulky because that's
okay.
beneath
You're in.
me.
You're in.
But yeah, so I am going to approach him.
I haven't heard the bells yet. Is it
My
time
dear-
already?
My dear Bishop Cesare,
Brother, your
I've
voice
come
has
to-
gotten high.
I've come to visit you again.
Huh?
And then feed him.
Okay.
Yeah, before he can get a little too awake, it's like, because isn't third time's kind of the charm, right?
This is second, so
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna not turn you away next time.
But so while I feed him,
Yeah.
trocar,
Okay.
I think it probably goes like somewhere in near his chest because I'm gonna try not to make it super obvious that he's
Okay.
gold, so not in his neck or. But
I mean, he's
some-
already gold, so
yeah.
you
But
fed
I
him
mean, you know
once.
what I mean. Like
Yes.
it's
I mean, fortunately, the clothing of the time and you're
Yeah,
at
that's
northern
right. There's,
latitudes.
like, a cowl and
yeah,
stuff.
there's a
Okay,
cowl,
cool.
and he doesn't have a whole lot of exposed skin showing.
excellent.
So yeah, I mean, there's plenty of opportunities.
I will feed while I feed
brachial artery, something. Like
my lovely bishop.
that. All right. You want to give one, take one? Is that the plan, or
I think I'm going to take two.
okay, give one, take two?
So, yeah, so that leaves me one.
You're net up
Okay.
one,
Net up one.
and
cool.
he's 2 steps.
Awesome. Cool.
All right.
I like bunnies.
As Maximilian, as you exit from your audience with the prince, give me a perception plus alertness roll, difficulty 8. And to help a player. Okay.
Nice.
I have one.
There's someone leaving the bishop's chamber.
Is it someone familiar?
Hard to tell. It's dark. It's a silhouette. It's
I will look more closely.
all right. So
I'm not going to like challenge them from a distance.
Okay.
But I am going to close the distance with them, not looking threatening, just like I'm going that direction.
okay. Ilona, as you're
Yes.
leaving the bishop's chamber, are you similarly nonchalant about having been in the bishop's chambers, or are you
Oh, yeah.
trying? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna look for Sir Maximilian. So
How
gonna
convenient!
I know, right?
How
Yeah.
convenient!
So, if that's the case, then I'm not even going to bother having a roll for it. As you turn, you sort of saw across the courtyard and through the arcade, and as you come around, she's knocking at your door.
I'm gonna file that information away.
Okay.
For the time being,
All right.
could be handy later, in a number of ways.
Knowledge is power.
you're forgetting something from our last game, but I'll remind you that. Okay.
You don't know that he is.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's knocking at your door.
Right. Looking for me.
Oh, look, he's
I
50
am.
feet away.
We must meet with the others. I received a letter from this guy to meet
This guy?
this guy. Yeah, excuse me while I kiss this guy.
I saw that coming.
I know. And I would just show you the letter when I reference it.
Give me a perception plus alertness difficulty 8. Or investigation, either one. Okay.
I have 2.
You have 2 successes.
Uh-huh.
Jason, do you notice anything about that note?
I'm not. Other than it's torn out, I'm not seeing what you're.
There's indentations in the page.
In the page?
Yes.
Oh, I can see it from this angle. That's
Oh,
cool.
I never saw those.
The way the light was going through it, I could see it.
Indentations in the page?
As in,
Oh.
Hold it up to the light.
or, use a...
Or do that.
Where? Here?
It's above the red. I mean, you're. If it's not coming
Oh, I
through,
see it now.
Is it?
I'm
is it-
starting to see
Okay.
see faintly.
Okay.
I'm afraid you're just going to have to tell us because it's not really coming up.
Hey, look! It comes up.
How convenient.
I know, right?
What are you doing?
I wonder if you're doing it on the back might make it pop more.
What are you doing
He's looking very carefully
with
at
my
the note.
letter?
I can kind of read it that
Is
way.
there some way that I could like bring up this text? I doesn't really matter what it is. Just I want to bring up this text so she can see it.
Yeah, we'll say that you're right outside your rooms. You can get like a bit of charcoal or something. To, you get a little bit of like charcoal or something
The
to
second he-
essentially do that rubbing.
Well, and the second he flippin' hesitates, it's snatch. And it's like, what are you doing?
There is more text.
Explain.
Come with me into my chambers.
Sure.
To reveal the text.
Right.
That's where it keeps his etchings.
As hard as I had to press on that thing, it almost is etchings. It's thick paper. It didn't want to indent right. now my players are pouring over
What?
these.
The flippin' hell. Okay, so everyone, the original note said, do you want to read it to them? Because I keep putting it in front of the camera, but I don't know that we've read it out loud for the listeners.
Original note says, "Meet me, right bank before Radawa,
The
Yeah.
river name.
Which is a river.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 hour past prime bell." And it's written all ganky like it was written by a gargoyle.
Right.
I know. That's what I thought too.
Because
But I was-
it's big claws, you can't hold it.
And,
I know.
and the seal on it was just pressed closed with a finger.
yeah, and exactly. There's
There's a fingerprint.
a finger mark.
That's called CSI.
I know.
CSI Krakow.
So, in the they weren't pinholes, right? It was just like an impression.
It was an impression.
like where
It's like,
there was another
like
letter
this was the
written
page
on.
underneath the page where
Yeah.
the text was written.
Yeah,
There you go.
that says, "My Lord Jurgen, that piece of shit." We all know him as that piece of shit. Yeah, my Lord Jurgen. I wish to meet with you or your representative to discuss an alliance between the Knights of the Black Cross and the House
Of
and
Clan
the House and Clan of Tremere against our common enemy in the Carpathian Mountains. Spit on you, Venceslas. That Tremere piece of shit.
So,
Okay.
Compline bell rings. Read about that in a moment.
And then, player-wise, is that against the Samisi?
Oh yeah,
The Carpathian,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
that's what I
well
thought.
known as the
Yeah.
the
I need my
And,
note.
and for
The
people
Lords
who
of
are
the Carpathians.
bad with names, it was
Yeah.
signed by the Tremere Bastard and is addressed to.
his
Yep.
sire.
All right,
Yeah.
just making sure for the listeners who've had 2 weeks to forget the names.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
Wait, no, it's signed by Wenceslas.
Yes.
Yeah, his sire is the
Is Jurgen. Right.
Yeah, yeah. So Sir Maximilian's sire is Jurgen.
Right.
No, we have discussed. We have shared blood over that piece of shit. Yeah.
It was an
At least I
amazing
have.
first
So,
date.
Yeah.
unless there's specific things that have to happen in the next 3 hours, you have a meeting scheduled for
Yes.
matins.
Yeah, with someone who.
If you needed
was
to feed
probably-
in that amount of time, for
Uh-huh.
instance,
No, and that's
Actually,
why.
I wanted to go find that Saracen that I saw at
Okay.
the tavern.
okay, you can give me an intelligence plus investigation roll. And if you do not have investigation, it is a +3 difficulty. So standard difficulty would be 6. This is going to be if
I don't know who did that, but there was all of a sudden there was an elemental in the room, like a wind elemental. It went. Whoof.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're tearing paper too close to the mic.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it was that.
Nope.
no, you do not. Okay.
So you can just right now
Yes.
because I have some points.
Yes.
How much is it to buy a point of investigation? Because I don't.
3 XP to buy your first dot.
And to
in
buy
an
the
ability.
second.
Well,
Then-
I'm not going to let you buy 2 dots at
Okay.
the same time.
Then
But
I will buy one.
okay,
Not a bad
Can
one
I do
to
it before I
have.
make that roll?
I'll let you make another roll later tonight.
Okay. Because it's because the never mind. Doesn't matter.
You know what? I'll let you make another roll at difficulty 7 instead of the difficulty 6 that it was. Succeeded a cost, potentially. Depending on how many successes you get, like 5 successes, there will probably be no cost. But difficulty 7, and you got.
I got 2.
All right. Yeah.
Nice.
You did in fact find him. It took you a while. It took you almost the full 3 hours,
Okay.
like 2.5.
Do we need to go into depth about that? Because I don't really need. We don't need to do a roll.
feed from
We
him?
don't need to do a scene.
Do you feed from him?
Yes.
Okay, then no.
Okay.
I mean, it was, if you were trying to do other things.
No. My intent was to feed from him.
Okay, how much do you take?
I'm only down 1.
Then if you only take 1, then
I got it. It's fine.
if you only take 1, then yeah, he's going to be a little woozy, but he'll probably be fine.
I want to do a thing, but I'm not going to do the thing because
thing.
it's kind of the thing of another player character, so I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Because I'd
Is
like
it bunnies?
no, because I'd like to ghoul him,
Is it funny?
but I'm not going to.
Okay.
Because that's Ilona's thing, so I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I've
Sorry, I was just
established
checking something.
dominance. I don't even have dominate.
All right,
Joking.
so you realize that it's getting close to Matten's Bell, and you've been told.
Okay.
And I show up early at the wood and the ferret.
Okay, and as you walk in the door, you hear, in a thick Scottish brogue,
All the flowers o' the mountain, well you go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together, where the wild mountain team goes around the breeding heather, will you go, lassie, go.
Can I just say, Gregor, every time I hear your voice, I want to capture your heart, and by that I really mean capture your heart. I love to hear you sing.
Oh, the lassies here, they like the sound of my voice.
Yes, it is like
clink of your silver.
Somewhere else in town right now, Max is going, he's singing again.
I love the singing. The singing is fascinating.
See, I can tell because I have aspects.
So you showed up early, but he apparently showed up earlier.
Well, yeah, because we both like this place because my herd is here. I got my pussy posse here. Sorry.
How long you been sitting on that one?
No, I don't know. Honestly, it just came out of my mouth. Which, duh.
It just popped up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do we know that you heard?
Probably because I was saying beforehand, although you guys would need buy-in, but like that we occasionally meet there because it's known that you don't care to,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm outside of town. You're outside of town. I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you lie? Oh, you lie your head wherever you want to.
No, I don't. No,
Okay.
I didn't actually buy that much protein.
Okay. Okay.
I assumed it was. I don't know what I thought. Anyway, no, I have a like a little farm that I lease to.
Oh, okay. So
people.
you're outside of town also. Yeah.
Yeah, he's that little
We're going to retcon that what happened in the first game was that you actually slept in the basement
Yes.
rather than in the flower
here.
bed.
Yes.
Yeah. He's there, I'm there, and your lab is there, and
wherever the little
yeah, you're near the dock. So your little
or
science
it was.
thing.
I intended it to be like by Main Road, just before you go
the
into
road.
the mountain foresty place.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
mountains
kind of-
are a ways, but
Okay.
yeah,
That's kind of where.
I love all the drawings.
I tried to.
They're so pretty.
And then Max is it Max?
Oh, I suspect I know
It's
what
Maximilian.
It's Maximilian.
Aw, there is a helper player coming for Stu. The blooming heathen. I'm sorry, blooming heather. Blooming heather.
I'm the heathen. He's
Yeah.
the heather.
Yeah. Apologies.
Oh God, that just the connotations of that. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah, I got there like a little early, maybe. But if I'm kind of aware it's your herd, then I wouldn't be purchasing to partake.
Oh no,
Is
you.
the thing.
I only have like like 3 regular girls because
Okay.
that's what with one, right? No,
Yeah.
please. And
Okay, then
Yeah.
some of that money I earn selling rabbit fur is going to go back into the economy.
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
So I
see?
only need one more to top off. So
Sure.
I might as well while I have the chance, because God only knows what we'll do
You
next.
happen to notice that one of the girls that you feed from, well, the girl I guess you feed from, is actually wearing one of your rabbit furs.
Aw.
It's a merkin.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's totally a thing.
yeah, because that way they can shave for lice but still have hair. I'm so proud I taught you that word.
They have a different name, doesn't it?
Merkin?
I'm sure it has a different word in
Yeah.
Polish. Yes.
Okay. No.
Google Translate, anybody?
Yeah.
I'm already on
Oh,
enough
please.
watch
Yeah.
lists. All right, so the four of you are now all in one because Maximilian shows up the last. And you are all in one place for like the first time in a while.
Excellent.
Sorry, I almost went into like the witches from Macbeth there.
So what do you want?
I've been summoned.
You were the one who summoned.
No, I have been summoned. In the note, right?
Oh, right.
Don't
Sorry.
I think I
Yes,
was?
sorry.
That was directed towards me, or
Sorry, forget I
Okay.
said anything.
By whom?
I am thinking it is someone we are all aware of and know. Wenceslas?
How do you know?
Well, our enterprising Sir Max has realized, and I will show you guys the letter.
And with the rubbing?
Sir Max,
Yeah, and
give
you
me
said
a
he kind of did
self-control
it.
roll, difficulty 3.
Uh-oh.
Self-control is...
Self-control.
It's,
a
it's,
virtue.
It's under your
it's
virtues.
near the bottom of your sheet.
It's kind of, yeah.
Self-control,
Outside.
difficulty 3.
Who is that?
Does the handwriting match between the two parts?
No.
The
Well, I
letter-
mean, have you seen? Did you
Well, yeah,
show the note?
she shows the note.
Yeah, no, I would show, and he had the triple
Difficulty was
rubbing of the...
Oh, it was 3. Oh.
Yeah, I got 3.
Okay. You bristle that she's continued to refer to you as Sir Max, but
I'm on that.
yeah.
We didn't need dice for that.
Okay. Well, no, actually, we do.
Oh.
My friends.
Frenzy rolls can come up because the beast doesn't
No,
like
I
things. So,
understand
yeah.
that.
Disrespect can induce frenzy rolls. So,
The handwriting doesn't match.
I'm not sure I know who that is.
who?
The person she mentioned.
I would have, you still might not know, but she has many times in your presence, if his name comes up, she is not, like, he is a piece of shit.
Not his sire? Is that
Yes.
right? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good again.
Yes, that's definitely come up.
Yeah.
She's not over fond of my sire, which doesn't really bother me because I'm not over fond of my sire.
Okay.
Not since the blood bond wore off. Not since the blood bond wore off.
I am very respectful when I need to be, but given the tiniest opportunity, I'll stake him out.
Like a true Ventru.
And what did
So I'm looking at your note, and these were not written by the same person.
No, I suspect this one was written by Barbas. Oh, I see. You are not there. Oh, I was thinking too, we might have recamped together, but like we didn't. Like that night,
No.
we were just like whatever. Off
Yeah,
on
I was
our
like,
own.
oh, you have a toreador, and then you were like, we're going to the church, and I was like, I'm outies.
Barbas is you saw the premiere. You saw Wenceslas at the
Yeah.
Princess Conclave
What-
or whatever we call
She
that
wasn't
thing.
there.
I
the meeting.
was collecting.
We
the-
saw.
Yes,
You did not see. You were not there.
I was collecting the
I
messenger.
know. I must have been in an opium then. We're at Disneyland for
impressive.
since 6. But suffice it to say, Wenceslas was there. He is a Tremere who is here representing his people. I am not sure. He had a gargoyle with him. He sent the gargoyle, Barbas, to spy upon, I do not know, the prince, on Sir Maximilian. I do not know. We confronted him. He seemed a gentle creature who was only there in service to his master.
I believe they are made with stolen blood. Are they not?
I inquired as such. He feels he is a man. I don't know if he has no recollection of his previous life, but I believe this to be true as well. It is quite fascinating.
It would not surprise me if the thieves had ways to steal memories as well as blood.
True. And create a new creature. He is a tabula rasa. He has no memories except of what he is. But it seems highly suspicious that he sends the creature, he sends this fine gargoyle to look upon the prince's domain
Put the note back out.
when the second one? I'll put them both out.
Yeah.
It really
When-
gets one note. So
Yeah.
yeah.
We have an important guest arrive when the prince is trying to unite
But
our city with.
the Tremere sent this note. He did not write this one. Who wrote this
No,
one?
I believe Barbus. Possibly. Someone in the service of Wenceslas.
Do you think it is a trap?
I do.
I think everything is
Possibly.
a trap. That is why I'm still alive.
That's why I.
Well, you're not technically alive.
It is beyond the edges of Elysium.
It is. I believe if I were to go there with
Violence could be enacted
You-
upon you there.
they could try. But if we were there together, my friends, and you were. Because is this, once again, if we look at the map, do we know approximately where this is on the map?
Well-
Rudwa, right bank. Right bank before. So it's
Here-ish.
here-ish.
Okay.
Right bank would be actually on this side.
Excellent. Because I was kind of hoping.
Right side as you face downstream.
I have others that could be there for us, but if you were there as well under concealment,
Will you have a plan for the sun? I won't have a problem being out that late, but you might. It takes time to reach it.
if my stuff, they said that's the river. Where was the main road? Okay. So my
Honestly, the river kind of is the road.
okay, and
Yeah.
my okay, because
I mean, you can walk along the river bank, sure.
Yeah, we could ride horses out.
where was the main gate? Because I know there were multiple.
Gates here, 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 and here.
The one off of the river, which is where
Yes.
people would come into town, would be this one, and that's
Okay.
why you wanted your lab there.
Yeah, but I did want. I kind of wrote that it was near the road and the like the forest sort of thing.
Yeah,
so I
there's.
was just kind of figuring out.
Assume that there's a
Okay.
ferry point,
But yeah, so that's kind of where-
essentially across the river
Okay.
between.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the salient question.
Okay.
How long does it take to travel from here to here?
Well, it's about a mile over rough terrain, or it's about a mile on a
I have
decently flowing river.
I have a carriage.
You would know that the roads don't meet the location that he's pointing out. So carriage would be problematic. Now, horses obviously can
No,
go
I would have.
however
I would
far,
have wanted
but
the carriage.
Yeah, in terms of having protection from the sun, because
Yes.
you're cutting it close.
yeah.
Because I can have, as long as we could get in the carriage, I could have Vladislav take us to my domain, to the manor.
Is it at all possible that that is a ruse to get you out of the city so they can do something while they're in the city and we're away?
I think it depends on who we think wrote that letter. I think we know who that person associates with, but we do not know who wrote the letter.
The question at hand is,
But that is
do you, because this was addressed to you, do you want to risk meeting an unknown party well away from your own domain at such a precarious time?
I do. How could we not do this? How could I not do this? this person, whether they mean harm or whether they are destined to impart knowledge to us, I think we need to know the face of the enemy or the face of a friend of an enemy. Should we not seek to find this out? Is it not worth the risk?
It is. I think Gregor brings up a very salient point.
That is.
That this may be a ruse to draw yourself and or the rest of us out of the city.
Try it. You're going to do that
While they're talking.
right there in
Well,
the main room or somewhere a little more
Are we
private?
are we
Plus
meeting
I-
in a side room or some such thing?
Yeah, probably we got a private room. Plus I set off my 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
My herd.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So yeah, we're off in the side room. I'll
She takes the note off to the side and spend blood and
Excellent.
difficulty 5 because look, difficulty 5.
yes, it is difficulty 5.
All on the board, please.
Wow.
3.
3 successes. Let me see the book, please.
Go right ahead.
Oh.
Hee.
And if you want to just write a note to me about it, teehee, go ahead. So I'm just studying the letter, possibly talking to it.
You are, in fact,
Wow.
talking to it.
Lovely.
But there are pauses, as if she's getting responses. Because she's
Really?
posing questions to the letter.
I've probably seen you do things like that.
It might not
but
necessarily be in Polish,
Okay.
but I don't know what language you're doing it in. But
I would probably use my native language. That is obviously the language for talking to spirits.
right, of course. What is your native language?
Viking.
Proto-Norse.
like
I will defer to
Norwegian
Jason on that aspect.
Well, what part of Scandinavia?
I didn't actually
Call it Southern Denmark, Jutland Peninsula.
Okay.
I mean, Danish and Norse and Swedish are so similar.
Yeah,
that
it's hard to tell the difference.
So regional
Really?
accent.
Regional accent, some slight vernacular changes,
right.
but you can just go with Norse
Yeah.
as a generic term.
So I'll start in that, and if the letter is like no habla español, then I'll switch to the local language.
No habla Nordsk, right?
It's all Greek to the letter.
My own
It's
brain
all
with
Greek
that
to
one.
the letter. Nice. We have a friend who's Danish who speaks to his Swedish girlfriend in Danish, and she responds in Swedish, and they understand each other perfectly. So,
And then they use the language of love.
Oh, Mama.
right. Finish? No.
Dice rolling, of course.
Actually, for Morton, it's more likely mahjong.
That's true.
We should. I will. Wait.
All right.
I'll wait for Gregor.
I can trust you guys not to meta on this.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So, what questions are you asking? So that I can.
Okay. Since it kind of implies it doesn't exactly necessarily speak to me, but it kind of commune.
Yes.
Who wrote this?
Rocky Hands, or not Rocky Hands. Sorry, that is. I didn't say that. Large hands. Heavy touch. Big shadow.
Who wrote this?
Small hands. Soft hands. And although it doesn't look like it on the page, delicate touch.
Did the one who wrote this say anything while delivering you?
No.
was he ordered to deliver you?
You get the sense of a shrug.
I mean, obviously the letter doesn't exactly pick up.
Yeah, no.
The letter doesn't quite have ears, but...
Nope. Nope.
How
It's not like a book, you know, it doesn't even have a spine.
That's why it's telling me what I want. It can't resist me.
Exactly. Spineless little letter.
How did this happen? The ripped edge, because I'm assuming that the actual
Ow.
letter...
Torn from family.
Does that happen to all your family?
Not so rough.
Which language am I in, by the way? In other words, can they understand me as I'm asking this?
What language are you speaking?
Well, okay, I would speak Norse, unless
Okay.
the letter doesn't speak Norse.
Well, the letter doesn't recognize language,
All right.
so
So then I'm
it's
speaking Norse. All right.
it's responding in a way that you understand.
Right, then I'm speaking Norse to it.
Okay.
All right.
That's about all you're going to get, probably, for
Yeah,
the number of
yeah.
successes you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Considering I mean,
Yeah.
I've had people use Auspex 3 on pieces of paper before, but I've never had one carry on a conversation with a letter, with a note.
Expand.
You should have realized it would happen when you...
yeah.
It's like, give me a thumb path, I'm going to use it.
Right. Give me a perception plus awareness roll. Just you.
Perception plus awareness. And does my Auspex apply?
Yes. So base difficulty will be 6.
And then it's 5? Or you
Yeah.
did the math? Okay, so then it's 5. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. You are aware that there is a small cat in the room that you didn't notice before.
This.
In the room with you, yes.
I talked to the cat then.
Okay.
I say hello to the cat.
Having carried on a conversation with the piece of paper, she's now looking at the windowsill and talking to the windowsill.
Okay, but it's animalism, which...
No, it's not.
Oh, there's a cat that's not...
I didn't say
You said there's a cat.
that's what you observe.
I observe a cat.
Are you?
Okay.
then-
That's why I'm saying animalism
Okay,
there's
then
a cat.
if you have animalism, right?
Yes,
So
I do.
it sounds like she's trying to talk to a cat.
That wouldn't seem that strange to me, right?
Not necessarily, except that there's no cat there.
Ah, that does make it strange.
A little bit.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll
that
talk back
kind
to
of
her.
spirit.
You don't see the cat.
Got it. Okay, I'll talk back to her.
That kind of I understand. I'm actually using a completely different language then, probably. That language is on.
Well, I mean,
a
you may have
different-
started with the animalism.
Yeah, I'll
That's
start
perfectly
with the
fine.
animalism because that's just there's not even blood spent. I just do that.
Right. Yeah. That just happens. There's
Right.
not even a roll required.
Yeah.
But it sort of looks at you.
Doing a dog thing.
Yeah, the cat's doing a dog thing. Because I don't. Well, no, cats do that too.
All right, so my character sheet, I totally have animal Ken.
Okay.
I did not have pets growing up. I had a little brother.
Oh, fair enough.
That's just
Actually,
pet.
no,
Ask Allie.
you have no idea how close that's actually true.
Oh, yeah. I've observed it. I see it.
Yeah,
every day.
no, you're.
No, he wasn't a furry then.
Oh, okay.
THEN. Note.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
All right, so I had a conversation with a letter, and now I see a cat, and I start with animalism and then realize that's the wrong language.
Okay. So, while she's talking to parchment and windowsills, what are the three of you doing? And speaking in languages that you don't really necessarily understand.
her speaking to that, because do you look over like, oh yeah, whatever.
Well, no, not if I don't
Okay.
see the cat. No.
Okay.
You would have understood what she first said.
Runa.
Right.
Right.
Runa. Runa. You speak to the letter, now you speak to...
I think
What have you learned?
I think the page was stolen by the one who wrote the second note, and that large hands, would that match?
Barbas. The gargoyle.
I think he might have stolen the paper to write the note.
But from his master, possibly. One's lost.
His master. The letter doesn't have eyes,
Oh, I see.
but
You are talking not to the letter now. You are talking...
to the other, yes.
I see. I respect this.
So Wenceslas.
I respect life choices.
Wenceslas
Our
is the
friends may
Tremere?
not,
Yes.
but
Okay.
And Barbas is
that
the
is for
the
another
gargoyle.
day.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, this is the Tremere.
So this is
Wenceslas, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Who
I'm
is
saying
staying
As you
at...
can tell.
and I'm saying that to do this, the
Yeah.
page was stolen.
When
But-
is the Feast of Stephen?
December.
You know when the snow lay
Yeah,
down
like all
deep
about
and
yes,
crisp and even?
yes. Thank you. Yes.
Even?
It was before this. It was
Okay.
before, it's before the
It's
Epiphany.
gone past Feast of
Or
Saint
the,
Stephen.
not the Epiphany, the
Not-
visitation.
I don't think you really need to look
Yeah,
it
you
up.
have
I think
no.
he was making a joke.
Yeah.
Right.
In any case, we basically there are two things that have to be dealt with here.
Mm-hmm.
One is I don't really want to leave Ilona on her own. I mean, I have no concern that she can deal with whatever threat might come up, unless she's grossly outnumbered. I've
Okay.
seen her in a fight.
Right.
I know what she can do.
Right.
But I don't want to leave her to deal with that alone.
There are machinations afoot. I include my friends because we
Agreed.
are
I-
here,
I
not
think-
because I
I-
cannot.
I think if all of us end up going out there, we're going to regret it, because it leaves the whole city unguarded, plus the keeper of Elysium and his assistants out of the way.
It is poor choice for the keeper to leave Elysium unattended while it is in use. But
I have
do-
no problem going alone.
I can go.
I
I-
don't think you should go alone.
Well, I wouldn't be alone. I'd be with her.
I would be honored if you would
And
come with me, Runa.
the sun, I can flirt closer to the dawn, as so long as we are on dirt. I cannot take you with me, however.
I wonder if we perhaps a boat nearby.
We could have a boat nearby, perhaps with your servants on it.
Exactly.
If we head out now, then we can get the boat upstream.
Yes.
Okay. So the two of you are going to meet with
I am hopeful that that is Barbas.
who we
And
hope
that
is
he
Barbas.
has information.
Um,
I may be wrong, but we will
I will.
deal with that when the time comes.
I'm actually going to pick up the note. At some point, I'm going to need to deal with this.
Oh, I make one request of you that I be there when that happens. As I have dealings with Jürgen myself, as you know. We should be so lucky that you encountered this before we can discuss again, because I will not be left out of this. He will feel my fangs or my claws in some fashion.
Jürgen will. Well, that is a issue for another time. Wenceslas is the issue at hand. for both our city and your clan.
Absolutely. I say, when
And for-
let
and
Wenceslas
for my
draw
order.
him here. Let him bring him here. They've not been. I would
I can make
love to be that close to him.
So, I am going to stay in the city.
Okay.
Gregere, what are you going to do?
I think I'll hang out here a little while, and then I'll go and join you over at the cathedral.
Mary is realizing a couple of things about her character that
She
may-
forgot to buy.
That well, yeah,
Forgot to note down.
forgot to note down, and then that may actually change.
Actually, we stick with the boat plan.
Okay, all right,
The boat's just more
Okay.
secure than we originally thought.
okay,
Okay. Fantastic.
Did you not buy Dirt Nap too?
I have dirt now.
Okay.
That's not the problem.
I don't have dirt nap, so and you can't take me with you.
I can't take
Yeah.
you with me, but if we have the boat, I can still protect you.
Oh, fantastic.
Unless she tries to take it back from me, I'm
Yeah.
going to keep this.
No,
Okay.
you are not keeping it. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Scoop.
Are you trying to sneak it away?
Oh no! If she makes any attempt whatsoever to take it back,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
give
okay.
it. I'm
Alright.
gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight her over it.
Oh,
It
okay.
would
all
it'd
right.
be one of those, he's just hanging on to it and you don't even think she's paying attention and then she's like snatched. Like looking at talking to Runa and just like, no, it's my letter.
All right.
You did not take another person's mail, it is a federal offense.
It's open.
Does that not make it a crime?
Yes, actually, it does.
When she takes
Oh, good to know.
when she takes it, Ilona, I will
Yes.
need that back.
I have no problem sharing.
When you're not,
Have I not shared with you before? Have I not tried to share with you? You just resist.
we have shared many things.
But you are
Think about
a
that.
picky eater. I've noticed, but I realize your kind does not like to discuss this, so I will not publicly continue to discuss this thing which I have already perhaps mentioned ad nauseum. But yeah, no, I have no problem
It's fine.
granting you access.
Okay, so all of this probably 20, maybe 30 minutes in the private room of the wooden ferret, and yes, please.
Kisses too, some other
I give him plenty of kisses other times.
kisses.
So there's 6.5 hours before anybody's requested to be anywhere.
Okay.
We have to get a boat up there.
Get a boat.
During that time, while they're gonna get a boat, because I don't really need to do anything after that. I'm gonna arm myself,
Okay.
and I am going to.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I'm going to rouse the members of my order present and put them on alert.
Okay.
I don't need to necessarily say that it's an alert so much as it's a surprise
Inspection.
inspection
Sure.
and drill.
Sure. Okay. Life in the military is tedium punctuated by
Panic.
panic. Exactly. But is it real panic or false panic?
We appear to know what
It's me giving an inspection.
Okay, so that's real panic.
I don't know.
So when the enemy attacks, that's false panic.
Right.
Wait,
We'd like to roleplay here, please.
sorry.
Yeah. We appear to know why Lady Sabina is allegedly here. We've seen the letters to that effect.
I was aware of the contents of the letter I delivered.
The prince did as much as share in her chambers, or whatever I don't know.
Meeting hall.
Yeah, meeting hall. We now see possibly what the Tremere is here for. Perhaps we should go make ourselves acquainted with the Asamite who has visited us.
I would be interested to meet him. I
We
believe
should
they have-
share stories and perhaps blood. But yes, let's make him feel welcome.
And will you have your retainers then take the boat upstream?
Yes. So, and I needed to remember that guy's name for a second.
Is that Vladislav? No.
No, Vladislav is my retainer who used to be my
Oh.
science tutor, but he is, God damn. Wenceslas is the Tremere. What the hell's the Asamite's name? I have it in my scribbly notes from 2 sessions.
Was it Emet? No, that's not what
No.
you said it was.
No.
I wasn't at the introduction, so.
I know, the chat room will know because they know everything, but I wrote it down, but of course I have like 92 names written down.
It starts with an R.
Oh, Rashid?
Oh, Rashan Bayat.
Rashan.
Yeah.
Bayat. That's why I wrote down Bayat for this
Okay.
one. Who was the prince, by the way?
I probably spelled
Had
that
they made
so
you
wrong.
with the
Oh, well, I
prince?
Yes. The prince was advised of the events of yester eve and had only the slightest of concerns over what happened, but no longer.
This is good, I suppose.
Well,
I have my own concerns about her leadership. This Elysium as the city is perhaps unwise.
it is certainly a precarious.
And this is just conversation, by the way, just between you and I before we leave.
Yeah.
Okay, before you leave, I should say.
I'm with you. No, I'm.
I think it shows a particular weakness in her thinking. She is making us vulnerable. And while she has led for 250 years, perhaps it has made her unwise in some of her choices, we should say. But I am glad that she was wise enough to agree and see the truth of what happened. I think perhaps until we are more aware of what has happened, and this is when she'll say this out like loudly, more loudly, so it's not just inclusive of Sir Maximilian, but I think perhaps unless we are more aware of what is going on, we should hold this information until we have proof for the prince.
Oh, I definitely think we should keep this just among us until we have proof of our course.
Agreed. Is this agreed? Gregor? Bruna?
Bruno seems to be still chatting with the window box.
Bruna and I shall go make the acquaintance of Roshan Bayat
Yes.
and welcome him to our city. Perhaps to see if he has ulterior motivations for being here. Perhaps he does not. Perhaps we share an enemy.
Perhaps he will tell tales of his land. It is not a direction I have gone yet. You totally know my character is a complete nerd, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Like she wants to know all the things about all
It
the
is-
places. Because you're a wanderer,
it is
right?
hot.
Yeah.
It is
So it's
hot,
kind of
dry, dusty, blasted, unwelcoming place.
Like a glacier, but hot.
Something like that. Obviously, sportsing happened.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, well, no, I was hearing cheering.
I didn't
Ah.
hear.
Oh yeah, I just heard it outside.
Jeez, that was loud. I have earphones on, headphones.
Yes.
But
well,
yeah, I
that
heard-
means it wasn't picked up by the mics. There's all kinds of things we can hear in here that aren't picked up by the mics. So
It was Blood Bowl.
blood
Yeah.
makes the grass grow.
The sports fandom is very excited today.
Yeah.
Well, it's the season finale.
I hear there were a lot of predictions about what the plot would be.
Yep.
In the Blood Bowl.
There's one cookie, and it is mocking me.
Oh, there's more cookies. There's like a whole.
There we
there's
go.
like a
That's what I was looking for.
there's the cellophane sheath of French letter cookies. Right?
Okay.
I just
So
bet
I randomly look at you. You're having all this conversation.
Yeah.
I look at you. It might be safer to stay on the boat when we meet him.
I trust your judgment.
Yeah, you know, you're fairly sure you can moor it just along the riverbank. So
But it may be
Awesome.
safe. Yes, it may be safer to stay upon the boat.
the road, the it's fairly flat land. The river kind of meanders. It happens to take that rather significant jog at the city because there's the rather large rock that the castle is built on.
Just sort of pushed the river.
Exactly. It's
Got it.
path of least resistance goes this way now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Okay, so we're headed.
For
Yeah.
the fort,
Here-ish.
kind of.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay.
So yeah, the boat will be there when.
And
we
this
can-
is downstream.
Yes,
towards
that's
the
why the
towards
arrows point that
Krakow.
way.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, cool. I didn't even see that. Excellent.
Arrows point in the direction
So
of the flow of the
we
river.
are Gregor. Did you have?
I think I should hold on to this. If you go and something happens, we'll have no proof of who it was that brought about your demise.
As you wish. Would you like to join us, or are you making plans with Sir Maximilian?
Well, I'm the one that brought up the fact that it could be a way to draw us
It
away.
could be a ploy, indeed.
So I think Mullord could probably use my sword here. I hope not, but and if it's not a ruse, your meeting is probably not that dangerous.
True. I could perhaps give my Vladislav could hold on to leather. This is exactly. Vladislav can hold them. He
I'd
would,
already sorted in my pocket.
That's impressive. That he has pockets.
oh, I know.
Tucked away in
It's
my.
his sporon.
It's in his sporin. Yeah,
Yeah.
even better.
Excellent. Oh yeah.
Wait, he doesn't wear a kilt, so he probably
No,
doesn't
not
have a
kilts.
sporin.
Or he has the sporon anyway because they're hella useful.
Yeah,
Right?
it's a.
It's a purse.
It's a pouch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
solution in.
It's a fanny pack, is what
It is.
Yeah.
It's a Scottish fanny pack.
Really? I thought
It's
it was
more
more
like
of a
a-
ball sack.
It's a junk pack more than a fanny
Yes.
pack.
Name your
Yeah.
sporin Henri.
Henri.
Henri de Balsac.
Let us
All right. So we're going to meet with.
Roshan Bayat.
Indeed. We're going to see if he's taking visitors.
Henri
I'm going to pay for
Bullsack.
that one on Wednesday.
There are no Frenchies here.
There are no Frenchies here.
There might be Frenchies in his game, but there's
You
no
were,
Frenchies here.
weren't you? Gregoire knows the Frenchies.
I think I speak French. I think it's one of
Well,
my
because
languages.
you were you not captive?
in
there?
Yes, yeah, I was
Yeah.
a prisoner of Paris.
Yeah. Junk pack.
I don't know where I wrote it down. I wrote
You
it.
were embraced in
you were.
Paris.
I just
yeah.
read.
Yes.
Yep, you were embraced in Paris because you were captured there during the Norman. Was it conquest?
Essentially.
Yeah, 1066
Well, a little later
or
than
something.
that, but
Yeah, and then you were kept in the Frank lands.
So I assume you know where to find where he's staying.
I
or
think
what
so
inn he's in
because
or
I
whatever,
think
'cause-
he went off. It's too bad Gregoire does not want to come with us because he loves poetry. So I will do my best to remember some
Now, see,
poetry. He's
we have
staying
probably exchanged
at,
stories.
What is Raven? Because
My
I
character knows a lot of
Raven
stories.
Holding.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Raven
In
Holding.
fact, yeah, she's got
I
she's
don't
got
know what
dots
you
in
mean.
performance.
So apparently we know where he's
Oh, no
staying.
kidding. That's
She's Norse.
right.
Oh, where?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at the
Raven and Rose.
The Raven and Rose.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
well,
know
there
why
are
I
a couple of
said-
people at the Raven and Rose. The Venceslas is at the Raven
Oh,
and
that
Rose.
is also where he
Rashawn
is.
Bayat
Okay.
is at the Raven and Rose.
Okay.
It's where all the hep cats are staying these days,
In other words, it's the nicest inn in town, and they're showing they have the money to stay there.
essentially.
Okay.
Nice. Yes.
Oh, good. We could just
The
set it on
Raven
fire.
and Rose. Okay.
You think I'm kidding?
I know you don't.
No, I know you're
you're
not.
That's the thing.
Can't break a
They're
leg.
yeah, if he says it's not a break of Elysium, however,
It was an accident. The oil lamp tipped over.
On the way
he didn't
to.
have any oil lamps. The cow brought it in with her.
The women here are lovely, are they not?
They are. They are.
They're so accommodating, bright.
Very
Women.
friendly. Very
Yes.
friendly.
It's wise to be so close to the men and get the information that they get too. They are smart women.
The lady who runs the establishment has a good head for business.
She does indeed. While you were gone, so we're doing a promenade. We're doing the walking, although it's not, it's not Napoleonic, whatever. So we're walking through town towards the
Raven and Rose.
Raven and the Rose.
Raven and Rose, okay. It's just north of the Market Square.
There are strange things afoot at the Circle K. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
I read it with the accent. That's like
But someone else totally did. Oh, it was Stork all day today. I was like, he's totally killing me with his Bill and Ted. That's what I was waiting for. Wild Stallions. Holy crap!
Yeah. What? Okay.
From the note. Unless you want to act that out.
What do you? Let me see the note again, please, because from what you described, I don't think it's necessary, but I may have misread it.
First sentence.
Oh yeah, sure. That's fine. So you guys are now have left the brothel and
Yes.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're attending to their business. We are
attending to ours.
attending to ours, and then we'll go do the meet and greet with maybe the ambush, but hopefully not.
I hope not. But
Yeah, that'd be unfortunate. There was a woman. Apparently, the people in town have motives, as do all of us. But I met a woman, a Nosferatu, I have not seen before. She did not give her name, I don't believe. Right, Kurt? The Nosferatu I met. in
Actually,
a-
you already knew her. She's a local.
Oh, okay.
Babakova.
Oh, that's right. She's Babakova.
Babakova. Yeah.
She.
Baba.
Babe.
Cold.
Babikova.
Yeah,
But definitely not barbacoa.
that's right.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Not barbacoa.
I'm still a little hungry.
That's right. She was also watching the Assamite. She said, though, however, as we all are inclined to wonder about the motivations of our Kenite brethren, that she was told by the queen that she should watch the most interesting person at the meeting with the prince. We informed the prince as such that she mentioned the queen. The prince looked like she was familiar with this phrase.
Occult check.
Politics check.
Damn. I can try it.
Yeah. Base difficulty would be 8. It's if you don't have the knowledge, then it becomes difficulty 11, which
Means difficulty 9 with more successes than I can get.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no,
Alright.
you don't.
Alright. Okay.
Oh, if the difficulty goes above.
The difficulty cannot exceed 9 in 20th anniversary.
Oh,
so if the
okay.
difficulty would exceed 9, then you're going to need multiple successes at difficulty 9.
Okay.
So if it would exceed 9, it would be difficulty 10. That would be difficulty 9. You need at least 2 successes.
Got it.
Can I?
And with certain things, if it exceeds 9, you just can't do it.
Would I be able to assist her? Because I never did any sort of checks. This is more about Runa is kind of Runa is my friend. She had been out of the city. I saw how the prince reacted to that information. Is there a way for me to help her assist
Or do
that?
your own
Or-
politics
Or
check.
do your own politics check if you have
Okay.
Yeah.
politics. It would be difficulty 8.
Okay. I do. Politics and what wits? It doesn't.
Intelligence.
It doesn't really matter there. Okay,
It would
but
be int plus
it does
politics,
matter for future
difficulty 8.
reference. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, it's very important to pick out the correct dice.
It is.
And it's difficulty 8. I'm going to use my help a player. Okay. So I am rolling to see if I know what the queen, and I need 8s though. I got boom! Holy shite!
Wow, boom,
I got-
1.
And that's a 10, right? Yeah. So I got 3 8s and a 10 and a 7.
Damn.
Damn.
You totally know who the queen
Yeah,
is.
my scorpion dice.
Okay, so
Wow. That's happy. Yeah. Thank you, help a player. That was one of the 8s.
there are a couple of possibilities as to who the queen might refer to.
Mm-hmm.
The most well-known Cainite in Europe who refers to herself as queen is Queen Saliana in Vienna. You're fairly sure it's not her.
Okay.
There is a well-known Nosferatu named Baba Yaga, who is often referred to by many different monikers. The Iron Hag, the Little Grandmother. It could be that, and she is a well-known extreme elder within the Nosferatu. That might be who it is.
Okay.
Which is why I thought it was an occult
But you
check.
got more successes than that. So there is folklore, local folklore about that. I mean, it's less reliable than rumor. It's less reliable than legend. But stories about the Salt Queen.
Okay. Brain is okay. And I have some familiarity, I would.
Who supposedly lives underground.
Okay.
Are you going to share that?
Yes. No, absolutely. I will share that.
Earth wisdom?
You would, I mean, you could get 10 successes. You would basically get what I just gave her.
Okay.
Okay. And I would potentially have some familiarity with Baba Yaga is basically the other one, right? Baba Yaga.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows about
Well,
Baba Yaga.
in addition to the fact that my sire is kind of a like follower of hers, or basically he's Darvag.
No, Baba Yaga is a Nosferatu, not a...
No, I
Trinity.
know, but I thought he. I'm sorry, that's wiki stuff because I was trying to figure out who my sire was.
Oh.
That
I
he's
don't
like
know.
all down with
He might
Yeah.
be...
You may have an alliance
Yes.
with her,
Right.
but
Okay.
I mean, it's
So the Nosferatu could be, oh my god, wrong accent.
The
Sorry, I was
Nosferatu.
LARPing last night. So the Nosferatu could be working for a Nosferatu queen, so to speak, or the local legend. I might just have
She
the
is
accent.
perhaps, and I don't know what the lore is at this point, but I know she gets buried at some point in Russia, so I don't know when that is.
she
But-
basically runs Russia.
Okay, so she's
Baba
at
Yaga
present.
basically runs
Okay.
Russia,
Yeah,
and,
we're
and
at the
anybody
point
who
where she
doesn't
would
want
Okay.
anyone she
Okay.
doesn't want in doesn't get in.
Okay.
It's like
Do you know anything about this Salt Queen?
Only that
I-
she may be under. Perhaps the warning was not what I thought it was.
She makes our prince nervous.
Either would.
Truth.
Either would. If
I must say, our prince's decisions of late have been perhaps those of a desperate.
I just gesture at the city around us.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, who the F makes Elysium an entire effing city? And, like,
No, that makes sense. If she wishes
I-
to invite guests who fight each other, then she must ensure she will not let them fight. That
that are
is
the domains of many of our brethren in the city. She cuts their hands off, and not in a good way. Because I cut off hands in a good way.
no it. Has she granted domains, or is domain more like the this building mine? Damn it, or has she formally granted domains?
Let me tell you before the GM.
Well, no, I am asking him.
Yeah.
This is a specific
No,
technical legal
she
question.
said nothing when she made her proclamation.
Yeah.
That's
Well-
what I will tell you.
Right. No, the reason I'm
Yeah.
asking is because if she has said this is your domain, then it is ruled by the individual who owns the building. Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
you're renting from me. I can tell you what to do. I'm your landlord. So that's why I'm asking for this distinction.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
I just
it's more of a liege vassal kind of arrangement,
In other words, she can do whatever she wants.
pretty much. Yeah.
but she just made the city Elysium.
Like,
yes, within the
Right.
last
So
couple
what
weeks,
my point is as a character is that she did not discuss this with us. She did not discuss this with her Canaanite brethren. She did not. What
Except
is-
that
what-
your domain, your personal domain,
Yeah.
his personal domain, and her personal domain do not exist within what she defined as Elysium.
All due to the whimsy of the princess.
His does.
Yeah. No,
But he was made keeper of Elysium.
No,
Right.
but my point as a character
Yes.
is that she freaking made the entire city Elysium. She didn't make rules.
Right.
She didn't say what the punishment for breaking Elysium was. She didn't even say what. She just said this is. So we might have an idea of what Elysium is, but she didn't say what happens in your domain. Like, can you do whatever the F you want in your domain? Is it partially, like, is it on rent from her? She didn't say that shit.
Well,
So
she said within the walls, there must be peace.
so that she takes your home. That is my point.
Welcome to the rule of an absolute despot.
That is my point.
That is
So
Vampire
what
Prince,
I
is
have
absolute
been-
monarch.
Yeah, it's like I'm sitting here going, that's how that
That
works.
only
Yeah.
proves that only proves my point more. I think this is the act of someone who is showing. This is that's all I'm trying to put out there.
Okay.
Is this is somebody who is showing not the greatest she's not making good choices.
I think this summit is a gamble.
250 years. Okay, Prince Charles, your turn. Finally. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna skip you,
Yes.
Willie.
I
Yeah.
think it is a gamble, but
Yeah.
for a new praxis to rise would be a new praxis would be weak.
No, and that's why I probably was more emphatic as a player trying to explain
Yeah, yeah.
why I'm like, look, I mean, I get it. However, comma, Like, she didn't, like, meet with some of the important peeps who have been here defending the city for, you know, more than a fortnight. And that impacts their livelihoods and their ability to walk around with no pants in their own house. Like, whatever, like, they want to get their freak on in their own, you know.
That is the first right of domain.
Right? I think
It's
so.
kind of her domain. That's
yeah.
how that works.
People to wear pants at home.
All right.
So
That is interesting, though. Whether
So I would have said that a lot more, and I think
yeah. Okay, but I'm looping back to the queen bit though, because that I received a warning that a storm is coming, and it's coming up from the ground. That is why I said we should stay on the boat. I thought perhaps they have the ability to hide in the earth and could come up and attack us when we arrived. When I am in the earth, I can sense that much. If somebody walks overhead. So I thought perhaps it was that sort of trap. But if this is a concern, I still do not trust this meeting.
I'm not sure what to think.
Staying on the boat would let you talk longer. I would need 5 minutes.
True.
I would need 5 minutes to make the boat secure against the sun. Right?
5 or 10.
Okay.
I can't remember which. It's written in the.
Somebody's squinching.
Page 303.
Thank you. You could actually make it safe beforehand.
I thought we couldn't go in and out if I did.
Oh, that's true. Good point. Yeah, it takes an hour. No, I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong one.
No.
No, I'm reading the wrong one. I'm sorry. No, it requires 1 hour to perform.
Oh, well then. Definitely.
And lasts as long as the caster stays within the confines of the space.
Okay.
So if you stayed on and she went out.
She can go in and out.
Yeah.
Right.
So we could tether to the shore and then.
Yeah, and I can stay on the boat.
Okay.
And if it is simply a meeting to talk from the gargoyle, then you have a place to retreat when
Yeah.
the sun comes up.
Yep. Where is that coming from? Is it just next door?
Probably.
There's a lot of parties going on.
Wow.
Really? Because we found parking.
They could
really
even hear
easily.
it. They were
He did not find parking.
Oh,
very
we're
easily.
parked across the street.
they were
When
picking
I
it
went
up in the
out
mics.
to my car later, there was parking along the street
Oh.
at that point, but I was like, I'm down actually near where Gina is parked, so. And
Excellent.
the Eagles just won, by the way.
Ah, good.
What was the score? Out of curiosity.
How many home runs they get?
I was totally rooting
According to the interwebs, with 9 seconds to play in the fourth, it's 41-33 Eagles.
Cool. Good.
I was kind of rooting for the Birds because Patriots seems like a stupid team name.
Well, plus they're the Patriots.
I
they
don't know
cheat.
enough. I mean, like, I pretty much, the only thing I know about football is that the New Orleans Saints wear gold pants. And the year I rooted for them, they won because I picked based on their pants.
That's funny. Yeah, they're saying they can totally hear people going crazy.
Yeah.
And it's clearly not us.
They're just really excited about us
Yeah.
getting owned by ancient Nosferatu, I guess.
This is how you can tell that
I
this is a
know.
live broadcast.
Yep,
By
exactly.
providing sports scores in real time.
There ain't no F and help Holbrook Capricorn 1 stuff going on here.
No.
It's a real
I
vampire
have
landing.
no idea what you just said.
Well, Stu
I
does
was
because he was just watching.
Capricorn
Yeah.
One. Actually,
Yeah.
terrible movie.
Okay.
But it's about they're getting ready to do a mission to Mars,
Okay.
and they realize that the life support system on the ship has a defect, and the astronauts would like suffocate within 3 months of the start of the trip.
Okay.
So at the last minute, they secretly pull the guys out of the capsule, shuttle them away to a secret television station, and fake the entire Mars landing. It's awesome. It's an awesome movie. Except it's actually kind of terrible. It's got O.J. Simpson in it. He plays one of the astronauts. He has very few lines.
Okay.
I think that may have been his one big movie debut.
What? OJ?
Yeah,
He was
he's-
in Naked Gun. He was in all 3 of the Naked Gun movies.
This is much older, though.
Oh, okay.
So we have a plan. We'll have to get on the boat at least an
Yep.
hour before dawn so that I can
Yeah.
do the thing.
Right.
So
So right about when
But we wanna go-
prime bell rings, that would be.
Yeah, but we wanted to go talk to the Assamite fellow first.
Oh, okay.
Yes. We were just gonna
Just chat with him for an hour or two.
Okay.
Say howdy.
Um,
Swap
and
howdies.
you two came to this conclusion while not in Maximilian's presence, correct?
Yeah, we were like, we're
Yeah.
gonna go for walkies, or he left
Yeah.
already, and we were like, let's go do
Yeah.
the thing.
Okay. So they're not aware of the information you have. Prince said she was meeting with several people over the
All right.
Yeah.
night.
Oh, that's why I was
So-
asking for a recap,
yeah,
but whatever.
that's So yeah, we'll just go see if he's there. If not,
Yeah.
if he's
Okay.
not, we'll leave a note.
There.
You know, I should really come up with victory conditions before I roll the die. Okay. Rolled the exact same thing. That is that's a 1 die. That now is a 1 die.
No, keep using it.
right?
Save that for when you want to do damage to us.
So there are a few people at the Raven and Rose who definitely seem like they ain't from around here. And if you inquire, then it does seem like, yes, Mr. Bayat is in his room.
We would like to ask him, could you send a message to his room? Would he be
Yeah, does it,
gracious?
based on what we know of his clan, does it seem likely that somebody in his retinue is down in the common?
I've identified a few.
Because
yes.
we wouldn't go
That's how you
up
got
to the room,
information that he was
basically.
there.
We would ask him to come meet us.
Sorry, I jumped to that conclusion.
Okay.
Or if he wanted to invite us or
Then,
something, but yeah.
then we will. I'll go up.
Okay, if you would be so patient as to wait, he is in the middle of prayer. It shouldn't be more than a few minutes.
Of course.
Right. As I'm kind of going.
Would
I
he
didn't hear
wish
Bell.
us to
Hmm?
join him in his quarters, in his room, salon, or
I will let you know when he is available.
of course.
Maximilian,
Mm-hmm.
having left the brothel,
Mm-hmm.
you were going to get armored up.
I was going to arm myself
Right.
and rouse my brethren.
Right. Got that.
For inspection.
For surprise
and,
inspection.
For
That was
drill.
the yes, tedium panic. Right.
Uh-huh.
And that didn't take very long. So,
Right.
assuming
Sin-
then.
and
drill.
since they're armed and armored and prepared, we'll have them do a drill to check the defenses of the city.
Check or test?
Check, not
Okay.
test.
All right.
Check.
They find this one guard who's really drowsy.
Basically, I want them to go to each of the defensive points
Okay.
and do an inspection.
All right.
I want them out and moving around in the city is really what it comes down to.
Right. Gotcha. Just for the purposes of efficacy of your troops, I want you to give me a manipulation plus leadership.
Ooh.
And because they obey you, it'll be difficulty 5.
Nice.
This is one of those things
Oh.
that he's good at.
I was going to say that's something.
You have a
yeah.
specialty in at least one of those things, don't you?
I have a specialty in both of those things.
Okay, well then one of them might apply.
This is going to be leader. The leadership is going to apply.
What
I
is
think.
the specialty in leadership?
Commands.
Yes, yeah, that would apply.
I think you're
I agree.
Mike is having problems. It's just rubbing.
Better.
Right? Well, we'll see because you didn't turn it off for the clipping.
So 5s.
That looks.
What we're looking
That's
for here.
solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his 10s are worth 2.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're waiting for them to come back to report? Okay.
And I am.
Takes a while, obviously,
Well,
to
yeah, 'cause-
check the city.
Right, but I am going to remain near the center of command, which happens to be Castle Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm right there at both at the prince's
Okay.
palace.
Okay.
Castle Hill.
Yeah.
Can Castle Hill, because it's the hill and all that jazz, see down where our meeting place is?
Yeah. Well, no.
Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't
Sorry,
sure about
I'm
visibility.
sorry,
reasons.
I misunderstood your point about the meeting place.
So
I mean,
it's like kind of
you-
around a
they're-
bendish.
It's around a bend. There are trees.
Yeah.
There's
If
forest.
I were to
it's-
climb up onto the parapet up onto the cathedral, like where we were last night, like the bell tower
right,
kind
yeah.
of thing, I could probably see.
You
it.
could see the general area. It's fairly well forested. So I mean, there's a river that runs through it. So obviously, if you actually met right on the riverbank, you might be able to make it out. It's only about a little over a mile maybe. So that's not too far. It's dark though, so there's not a whole lot of light because it's night.
So he can attack the darkness.
You want me to bring Lasombra in?
I was tempted to go.
I've always wanted to see how obtenebration works. Because I was all set up to do it in my game, and I scared them. It made them run away.
Seriously?
Good. That's the way it should.
So chapter
Absolutely
2 after fair.
Right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll look into that. I'm not saying there won't be one in chapter 1, but yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, they report back right about when what's it called? Non-spell rings, 3 a.m.
That's fine.
did
I
I-
want to keep them
did I
out.
get that right?
I want to keep them out patrolling.
Lauds, sorry.
I want
Lauds.
to keep them out patrolling until dawn.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Lauds bell.
Did you take all of your ghouls with you?
Sent them to do the boat thing? Yeah.
Okay.
All of your ghouls?
All right.
You have more
Oh.
than 3 now.
Yeah.
You should maybe not take the Archbishop guy.
No, not yet.
Bishop, yeah.
Nobody. Yeah.
It's not an archbishop.
He's gonna pop out of a cake at some point.
I mean, if you ask him to once
Yeah.
you've got the third dot, then he's going to. So.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. No. So just the 3.
Okay, so they're helping with the boat. All right. So you make your way up.
And I actually do have a ghoul because I have my
Yes,
my
you do have a
squire.
ghoul. That's absolutely
Um,
true.
I am going to actually send him to observe.
Okay.
Um,
So this is getting to be quite the party that's going out there. It's the 2 of you plus 3
but
ghouls plus
he's
4
to stay
ghouls.
out of sight.
Okay. But the 3 ghouls are managing the boat.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we talking like a barge or okay,
I mean, well, barges are like
flat bottomed.
we need the house on it.
Okay.
And his instructions are that if anything happens, if violence occurs, if Ilona and or Runa are attacked, he is to report back to me immediately.
Okay. All right. So, assuming that we're moving to the point of meeting with whatever.
Right. Except for we were waiting for our
Yeah, we
friend
were
Rasham
waiting. Yeah.
Bayat.
Oh, right. Yes, you wanted to have that little
Yes.
interaction. Yes.
Oh yes. Just a
Okay.
little,
So yeah,
little tete-a-tete.
messenger. It's not very long. It's maybe 5 minutes or so, and he comes back down and he will see you now.
Excellent. You may have noticed that she, Ilona, if somebody she feels is her subordinate, they will kiss her ring. So, I've forgotten to mention this, but he shall kiss my ring.
He doesn't. Wait, one of your ghouls or
No.
his man?
Yes.
No, he doesn't.
He will not.
No.
He's not
Is
subordinate
this
to
shine
you.
of respect?
It's a cultural thing that he doesn't recognize.
It is a cultural thing to show your respect to nobility.
My apologies. I am unfamiliar with the
You're-
protocols in this land.
Absolutely.
He reaches out to like shake your hand because he's seen that.
Okay.
It's sort of a.
That is quite.
Is it your right hand or your left hand?
I think it's this hand.
Right hand. Okay.
Yeah, the
then
okay,
he will
the
reach out to
okay
grab-
hand.
Yes, because he
For-
won't touch
for
your
the-
left hand.
yeah.
He will not touch your left
Yeah.
hand. So.
Excellent.
So yeah. Trying to balance interactions here.
Do you want pop to?
Yeah, I want to
Gergert?
pop this to
Yeah.
Did you get my
Gergert.
last slide?
I did, yes, and that's what. In, yeah,
There's
indicated
been-
that maybe I should do this.
So those of you not watching would know, there's been lots of note passing in this game. Mostly
Some of it's
from,
been visible.
Mostly
Yeah.
from the other side of the table. Well, that's why I said those who are not watching.
Right, exactly.
Originally it was Runa, but lots of
Some of it's note
yeah.
passing, some of it's slack. But,
Yeah.
you know. All right, so
stuff's happening.
bunch of slackers. Okay, so you go up and you see Maximilian standing on one of the parapet walls, I guess, of the castle keep.
Okay.
You can sort of see him up there, and you see Grigere approaching up the hill.
I'll give him one of these.
Okay. And just waltz in.
We can waltz right in.
No, walk right in, step right down. Daddy, let your mind grow long. So yeah, go into the prince's audience chamber. Okay. Okay. Right. So when you walk in, and there's sort of an antechamber that the gardener, the former gardener, is now standing there in livery, and he's sort of minding the door when you walk up.
I need to see the prince.
Oh, she's in conference with someone. Right. I'll go see the. I'll announce that you're waiting for her.
You do that.
Goes in.
Peek in, see who's in there.
So as he's coming back, the door, his door's sort of closing, and you see. Looks like she's meeting with Lady Sabina.
Okay.
And guy comes back and says, "Yeah, you can come in, please."
Okay.
And they seem to be finishing up whatever it was they were talking about. Master Gergert, you've met Lady Sabina from Sandomir's?
My lady?
were just finishing up. We were going to just finish up with a bit of repast. Would you join us?
Oh, I appreciate it. Certainly. I sounded Russian suddenly.
That's all right.
Certainly.
Do you are you down any? You're down one? Well, the goblet comes out. It's piping hot.
It'd be rude
No,
to
I don't
drink
have
it.
to be secretive about what I eat, right?
No.
What I don't eat.
There's no particular reason why you'd have to. I mean,
Right.
Unless
Because it's
you-
like, unless you're going to kill all of the men in town.
right.
Right.
yeah. But I mean, you don't know where this is from, except that it is from the prince, in the sense that the prince is providing it.
Right.
You'll know as soon as you have a chance of knowing what it is as soon as you smell it.
I will smell it.
Well, I'll say a chance. As soon as he drinks from it, there will be a yeah.
Oh,
I
if
don't
he
know
has
if
it as an actual flaw.
Pre-exclusion,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. See, I took it in the sense that I won't touch them in the first place, but I wouldn't necessarily know if I was just given blood. But that's cool. That's a cool interpretation.
No, actually, that's a good point. If you don't actually know where it's from, then yeah, blood's blood. So yeah,
Yeah, 'cause-
you won't.
Okay.
There's almost no chance of you rejecting it.
Right. Okay. I'll go
Yeah,
ahead.
Sorry about that.
I will.
I mean, it was a cool interpretation, so I was like,
Yeah,
"You're doing that. That's
it-
cool."
Yeah. Sorry. But I don't think that's the right interpretation that I just said.
No, it would be
So-
a bigger flaw.
Yeah,
Blood
yeah,
flaws
it would be.
if was.
All right. So yeah, there was a guy who was standing there with a platter with 2 goblets on it. He wheels on his heel and disappears, comes back with a 3rd goblet.
Okay.
And they're all sort of steaming a little bit. The 3rd one steaming a little bit more so than the other 2 now, because they're cooling down. Hands it to, offers it to the prince,
Oh.
offers it to Sabina. And
I'll wait until the end. Okay. I'll just make sure I didn't go first.
Yeah, you get a point of blood back.
Okay.
I mean, you can sip it, you can quaff it, whatever, but
Make a toast with it.
they've put like some sort of herb into it to flavor it. It's a little fancy. I mean, it doesn't ruin it. It's just sort of a odd.
Right. Like sage or something like that.
No, sage is somebody else than herb.
Something. It's hard to identify against the flavor. Well, I think Lady Sabina and I have finished. Does this need to be just the 2 of us?
Not to be too indelicate, but I think perhaps.
Oh, that's fine. And Sabina walks out.
Then when she leaves, I just wanted to sort of stay around in case we did find out this thing was a ruse.
What thing?
Well, you know, the letter. Didn't Maximilian tell you?
What letter?
Oh! I might happen to have it.
Oh wow!
So you have
He's got the guard protecting the city, but we think it might be a ruse to draw all of us away from the city, for there to be some sort of shenanigans about. So he's got the town guard.
You think this is something from Venceslas?
It appears so. I'm not really good with my words.
Well, I have a meeting scheduled with. I have an audience scheduled with Venceslas in just a little bit. I would find it very strange if he blew it off. You're
Well, I don't think.
who is this other handwriting?
They think it was the big fella. cannot remember his name. The big flying one. The gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
I see.
The way we figure it, perhaps Wenceslas gave him the paper and had him write out his note and deliver it
His newt.
in order to get us to leave.
Out.
It's amazing because pretty much everyone in charge of maintaining Elysium was all ready to leave, and I had to speak up. I thought, no, we can't do this. This would be abandoning our prince.
Well,
Now, by the way, I have manipulation of 1, so I won't sound any more convincing than I'm sounding right.
Well, I mean, it depends. Are you trying to manipulate the prince, or are you just trying to educate the prince?
I'm trying to illustrate
Yes.
that her underlings are not disloyal, but they might not be very competent. And yes, I'm already fearful of what the retribution is going to be.
If he ever finds out. Well, I do appreciate your candor on this. Who is planning on taking this meeting?
I believe it was Iluna and Runa.
So, Keeper Maximilian was not going to be leaving the city anyway.
Oh, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Do I make a manipulation roll? I'm trying to make it seem like I'm lying.
If you want to make it sound like you're lying.
Yes.
Okay, that will be a manipulation plus subterfuge.
Plausible deniability.
Manipulation plus subterfuge.
I have one of those. No, I don't. I don't.
But fortunately, it's in a range where it's.
Yeah, it's a talent, so there's no
Ready.
difficulty penalty.
Oh wait. Subterfuge. Does that increase my difficulty?
No, because it's a talent.
Right.
If it were a skill, it'd be at +1. If it were a knowledge, it'd be a +3.
Use both of them.
You can if you want. You want to make it seem like you're lying.
Yes, but I'm trying to protect my friend.
Right. Okay. I'm just.
You are?
That's what I want to make it seem like. Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Just because.
Oh no! I don't think he had any plans of leaving at all.
All right, we'll just
See what I'm
we'll
saying?
Just, yeah, we'll make it flat at 6,
Okay.
and I'll roll hers as contested. She'll
2
see right
successes.
through you. Perception plus subterfuge, probably. Does the GM get help with player dice? No, we've already discussed that.
Hell no.
We've already talked about that.
No help the player.
Holy shit!
Uh-oh.
That's a lot of ones.
Oh!
See, I'm ready for you.
So you were trying to make it seem like you were lying badly.
I'm trying, because she said he had no plans of leaving the city, of course.
Right.
And I'm agreeing with her
Oh,
and making it seem like I really don't want to get Maximilian in trouble, so I'm going to say what she expects me to say.
All right, then. Well,
But I'm going to do it in such a way that
she's going to believe you.
no, but I'm doing it in a way that I really don't believe.
because she messed up.
Yeah, but she got
Yeah.
on her interpretation of your
Okay,
everything.
all right.
She got
She didn't
2
get
1s.
She didn't get you a
and
wink,
no
wink,
successes.
nudge, nudge.
No, I wasn't supposed to be a wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I understand that. She
Yeah.
rolled 1, 1, 2, 2, 3.
Okay.
So, whatever you were trying to get across, effectively, yes.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm just trying to protect him, is what I want her to think.
All right.
I want her to go,
I do not think
rat, bastard,
that
Maximilian.
word-
But boy, that Gregor is such a good friend.
I do not think that word means what you think it means. Iocane powder. Also.
Inconceivable.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It's like 2 things. Yeah.
But you know that I know
I want her to think that I
she
think
knows
that
you
she
like it.
thinks that I want him to be
This is
my
a
So
game
friend.
of
obviously, I
political
cannot
However-
choose the goblet in front of you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously, you cannot choose the K-Knight in front of me.
Yes.
This is a game
Although,
of political intrigue.
Since I have been visibly in the city the whole time,
Yeah, you're not far from
and
where
am
you are now.
probably
Well, and
not far out of earshot.
You're pretty much at
Well, except
top
that
Except
you're
there are
the,
doors.
walls between.
Yeah, there are stone walls between you and them. So yeah, and you don't have Austin.
I mean, she could yell and I would hear her.
Possibly, yeah.
You're king of the world on top of the bell tower, right?
No, I said if I went up there, I could see, but, no, but that's not where I am.
You're mustering. Yeah. Cool
Yes.
beans.
He's mustarding his.
I am doing my job.
Yeah. Good on you.
Meanwhile, we got a meet and greet with an asinite.
Okay. So
Not a euphemism.
Or
allow me
Or
to.
is it?
Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Of course.
I will take this under advisement.
Always try to keep an eye out for your interests, Your Grace.
Thank you, Gregor.
Such a good little minor Scottish laird.
Such a good little lapdog. All right, so you're guided up to Rashan's room, and yeah, you're allowed in, and he's rolling up a rug and setting it aside.
I just realized I actually have theology. Do I know what he is doing?
Give me int plus theology. Difficulty
Yeah. Yar.
7.
Ooh.
Nice.
You've heard that those who follow Muhammad prey on rugs.
But they don't follow
Not
the
prey on rugs, but
That's awkward. I didn't know they had blood. But he doesn't follow the Christ God, so maybe it's okay.
But you do get lots of fiber that way.
very nice. So yeah, he's rolling
Alright,
up his,
alright.
and he seems to be pouring a bowl of water on a plant.
That's how you keep plants alive. Sounds legit to me.
It is. Yeah. It's interesting, but does it seem like it's decoration in the room, or?
Yeah, there's
This plant?
yeah, the plant seems like it's
Okay.
probably already there.
Great, because
Mr. Bayat. Master Bayat. Thank you for inviting us into your
What can I do for
salon. We wish to
you? I'm sorry, I
just-
haven't made your acquaintance.
I am Runa. I was away on business the first night of the gathering.
Yes.
I see. Roshan Bayat of the Banu Hakim.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I've heard that your people have interesting tales.
Indeed, we do.
We business requires this to be but a short visit. We have other things to attend to, but if the nights march on, I would enjoy exchanging stories with you some night.
Indeed, I would enjoy. I have heard you are from the northern lands,
Yes.
based on your accent. I have heard that that your people have epic sagas.
We do.
I would love to hear one of those.
I know a few. I have not had a chance to tell one in some time. It would be a pleasure to do so.
Well, we have not time for that now, but what is it that I can do for you this evening?
I had wished to meet you.
We had wished to make your acquaintance, welcome you to the city,
and
perhaps learn more about.
yes, as residents, we are curious what your opinion of the possibility of peace is.
Indeed.
Well, I have been sent here as an ambassador of my clan, quite separate from your prince's call for representatives, in the sense that when the current conclave ends, I intend to stay. As far as peace, if I may be candid, I do seek a just peace. Having such with Saif Adami in the city will prove challenging.
What did he just say?
Yeah, did I understand that?
My apologies. I believe you know him as Sir Maximilian.
This will prove challenging for you to stay or to have peace.
It will prove a challenge.
Do I actually have any clue why? LARP signs.
This is
You know that the people in the Saracen lands have a name for Sir
Yeah.
Maximilian based on his
Yeah.
actions during the Crusades.
Oh, right. And okay.
And
So
I
yeah, I
am
have the context
familiar-
of he was maybe opposite sides of a fight.
Knights of the Black Cross.
Right.
Like
Right.
we would know.
He's not made anything.
Right.
He's not made that any secret.
So I
as
don't
far
know
as
the full extent, but this is oil and water, cats and dogs.
Mass
Per-
hysteria.
Perhaps he has left that in his past. Do you think?
I do not know yet.
And you're master. You serve a prince.
I serve the old man of the mountain.
Forgive me my ignorance of your lands and your people. But who is this old man?
The old man of the mountain is he who is eldest of our clan and rules in Hakim's absence.
Hakim's absence. But it is his.
I'm sorry, he rules in Hakim's stead. He would say,
Oh,
yeah.
the old man of the mountain.
Yes.
It is his bidding you do.
And you hope to
His directive.
I see.
What is it you hope to accomplish by staying here, if I may ask?
The clan has sent people like me throughout the various Canaanite populations in Europe to be emissaries of our clan, to be representative, and to be eyes and ears.
Your clan is mighty and a warrior race,
Many of us are warriors, yes.
but you also wish peace.
We wish a just peace. We wish to keep peace.
Do you feel all who have come at the prince's request here in Krakow have that in their hearts? Peace, that is.
I do not know yet.
I agree.
I have not had a chance to speak with many of the other foreigners here. I have spoken with Mr. Vinceslas,
Indeed.
as he is residing just down the hall, but and of course I have spoken with the prince, and of course I spoke with yourselves the other night.
Indeed. We would be, Runa and myself would be happy to accompany you to introduce you to the others when it is convenient for you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Perhaps we could set up a meeting with Sir Maximilian to assure you of his intent, that he wishes only to serve the prince. He is, of course, keeper of Elysium at her bidding.
Well, yes, I understand that, and I think it was a rather crafty move on the prince's part.
You do.
Yes.
Please, I am but a
If
woman.
it is his responsibility, if it is his responsibility to keep peace in the city, then he is even more charged with not he will make sure that no harm befalls any of Her Majesty's guests by anyone's hands.
This is true. That includes yourself, of course.
Very much so.
This is good. Would you like to meet him, though? Not this evening, of course, that
Would I like to meet?
Sir Maximilian.
We have met.
But
have a night.
in more intimate setting, perhaps.
Perhaps. I don't know yet.
On a night when he is not so busy with duty.
Is true.
It's true. As I was returning from my meeting with the prince this evening, I saw that things seemed to be more busy.
They do indeed.
Is some specific threat been received that I should be aware of?
It is not specific. It is
No.
a feeling in the air.
Not all who reside in the city apparently will have good motives. I do not pretend to understand the politics of all of it, but
So you believe that a threat to the peace of this city would come from within, not from without.
do not know. It is possible.
I think it will come from whichever direction we forget to look.
That
Runa
is
is
an astute
wise.
observation.
Truth.
Church.
Okay. If you will, I'm sorry to cut this short. You had said that you had
Of
other
course.
things, and I also have other things that I must take care of this evening.
Please do, if I may ask you to call upon us again, perhaps in the next night or the night after when it is more convenient for you. You may.
If you have an evening to set aside, it would be a great pleasure to recite one of the sagas of my people. I will think upon the translation.
Certainly.
He gets a twinkle in his eye and smiles. That would be great. That would be a
Excellent.
great pleasure.
Cool.
It would be most of a night, so be sure of your schedule
Imagine so,
when
yes.
you ask.
Or perhaps we can be like Scheherazade, and you can break it up over many nights.
Perhaps, but there is tradition to consider.
Ah, yes, traditions are very important.
Some stories are not meant to stop in the middle. Others are designed for the telling over many nights, but my favorites are to be told in one telling.
May I ask, Master Bayat, are those, other than your retainer who we have met, are there others you would wish to protect and keep safe in this city?
Of course, I would like to keep safe those who came with me.
Excellent. Runa and
I will tell you, just among the townsfolk, those who know nothing, your retainers do stand out.
We often do wherever we go.
If there are good works they could be seen doing, it may help distract the mortals.
I see. I will take that under advisement.
It is a purely mortal concern, but they notice.
They
Of course.
are who we are here to serve. All right.
okay.
Gestures towards the door. Troops seem to be doing what they're supposed to be doing, and all seems to be well. There are a couple of guards at the northern and eastern gate who seem a little woozy. Maybe they drank a little too much.
Fucking slackers.
Maybe they're just tired, you know. But
Indeed.
all in all, not too bad.
It's probably their humors.
It is ill
Their
humor.
humors are probably out of balance.
The humors are almost certainly out of balance.
You
Okay.
got it. You got this.
As long as everything is secure in the city and nobody is causing any problems, then it's fine.
Okay. So it's
As I said, doing my job.
cool.
Cool.
It's maybe an hour or two past Lauds, an hour to Prime.
Okay.
We should.
Yeah.
Prime is roughly 6 a.m.
That's the one where we're supposed to meet the.
And the note said meet an hour past Prime.
So, we should head out there. We
Yep.
could take horses out. Yes. Yeah.
take
Okay.
horses.
Yeah, take horses out.
Nothing
Cool
particularly
beans.
wrong with taking horses. In fact, depending on the type of boat, you may have horses or donkeys or mules or whatever that actually pull the boat upriver because it's not like you have motors. So going against the flow of the river
And
is
trying to row up that's really,
Yeah, it
really,
is.
really hard.
Okay.
really difficult.
Unless it's moving very slowly.
Right. So, yeah. So yeah, it might actually be the most efficient way is to actually have the horses pull the boat if you are taking the boat.
Well, we sent her servants to get the boats there in the first place. We thought we'd travel on a different schedule. But you mean have the horses take the boat into town?
No, take
No.
it upstream because we're gonna.
Yeah. Traveling happens.
Yeah, traveling
Yes.
happens. Okay.
Yeah, travel at the speed of
Okay.
plot.
Traveling at the speed of map.
Yeah.
So I will explain to you.
Yes.
I can make it so the inside of the boat is safe from the sun, even if it would not be. But I can't leave the boat once I do that.
I see.
If we are attacked and I am forced to leave the boat, it will not be a safe haven from the sun.
Understood. I shall attempt to only leave the boat if I feel that I am possibly safe.
If we are forced to abandon the boat, worry only about yourself. I can melt with the earth.
Agreed.
But I do not think I can take you with me.
No, it's a special
Okay.
special power.
I could learn it.
Nice.
Hashtag
Yeah.
character goals.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a neat trick the Onda pulled where they earth melded with their horses. Yeah. And they just sprung up out of the ground already mounted.
And see, shit like that is why I'm like, maybe we should stay on the boat.
They were the ones riding
Yeah.
with. They were the Canaanites riding with the Mongols.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So actually, we might know that trick exists.
maybe, yeah, it's uncommon even for them, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like holy shit,
Teach me.
right? All right. So yeah,
Okay.
you get to where it is you're going.
Do you?
Um,
do you want me to do the
and
casting
there-
thing on the boat now?
Yeah, I want
Okay.
you to do that, and for
Sir Maximilian?
no, while she's doing that, you give me a perception plus alertness.
Oh.
It'll
Okay.
be difficulty 7.
7?
7,
Okay.
I think.
All right, I'll do mine real quick because I have my dice ready. Target number 5 for me,
Right.
and 3 successes, so that'll be fine as long as I stay on the boat.
Okay.
Because I
7.
only need 1 success to do it.
Okay. 7s.
Ooh.
Oh.
Damn!
Holy shit!
Do you have any
All of
specialty?
them.
Do you have
Holy
specialty?
shit!
Do you have
In
specialty?
perception or
Vampire, you're
alertness?
my jam, hearts.
Do you have? There's only 6 dice, so
No,
I
I
have a feeling. No.
not in alertness, no,
And not
or
perception,
perception,
okay.
yeah.
But
But
holy
I
crap!
did. I know I
10,
rolled 3 10s, you guys.
9, 7,
A
7.
9 and 2 7s. So on 6 dice, I got 6 successes.
It's because it was a perception
3
check and
tens.
she's
Just because
playing.
of
No, This is my my lot in life where it's like the
All or nothing.
roll to see if you remembered to put your underwear on this morning, and it's like, boom, boxcars. And then it's like roll to see if you live, and I rolled like
Boxcars, that's 12.
Yeah.
That's pretty much good in almost anything.
yeah, but then it's like roll to see if you
I tend to rock perception checks, so I'm like,
Yeah.
there is so much danger right
yeah.
it hurts now.
GM, I dare you to try to give me
All right,
enough
so
information
what you-
to support
what
the
you
6 out of
notice-
6 roll.
What you notice
Yeah.
with that 6 successes,
Yeah.
there is there's someone following your boat from the city.
I think I can smell them. I know their middle name, and I know what they had for lunch.
Well, there is a moment when the...
Okay.
Let me double check here.
Because
it's
we're riding
a moonless.
horse.
It's
or
still a
we're-
moonless
I'm
night,
in the boat doing
or
it.
almost moonless night.
Okay.
I did say it was dark because probably there's clouds, but
the blood moon. we had the other night.
like there's a 6
6.
6
successes.
successes.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, no, I know. 3 10s, even though I am no.
Yeah. No. It would.
But damn.
There's a moment when the clouds part and the starlight is sufficient, and there's like just enough light reflecting off the water that you see that the person who is following you is wearing a tabard that, well, it doesn't have a black cross on it. It is a white tabard, and you recognize that it is Maximilian Squire. And he seems to be trying really hard to stay out of sight.
In his white tabard.
Well, isn't that cute?
He didn't do very well in his stealth roll either. So.
You could have had a great roll, but
Yeah. So,
So
I
when
mean, it was attempt. He tried. He didn't do well. Somebody's messaging me a lot.
It's the game we're going to be in on Tuesday. That chat blew up.
So you're on the boat doing your thing. Am I on horseback noticing this, or am I also on the boat?
You're probably on the boat, and they're like your ghouls are leading the horses, so that they're pulling the boat up.
Okay. I'll let him follow us.
All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
you
I'm totally
recognize him
fine.
as he is
Yeah.
friendly.
Yes. No, absolutely. And I have had, I've 100% had friendly relations with Sir Maximilian. No, I have.
It's that kind of friendship where you just spy on each other all the time.
Yeah. Well, he's, I think he's just trying to
You're
literally.
just watching out for each other,
Exactly.
watching each other's backs.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
He's trying to White Templar Black Cross Knight me. That's all.
That
No,
sounded
you're
like
trying
a really kinky chess move.
Wait, what?
No, maybe he's just trying to help a peep out.
Watch my back. Your back just got punched twice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's okay. She'll just.
All right. So
fine.
yeah, you
Yeah,
make it
no,
to
I
the.
think it's fine,
You make
actually.
it to the rendezvous point.
Rendezvous.
Yeah, exactly. The rendezvous point, and you're
A
waiting for a
French
bit.
word. Maybe.
I don't know. Your people are snacking on some horse stuvras or something, and
My guys are kitted for doing
As a
some
reminder.
doing damage. By the way, they're kitted out for
Oh,
wars.
that's actually- Very good
I
point.
let her know, but
yeah. So you already let her know that.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I don't know if you want to tell them.
Oh. Yeah, your 6 successes. Mm-hmm. The other thing is that as you're heading up the river, you don't hear any bugs
which is a little.
buzzing around at all.
Kind of helpful. No flies bugging anybody.
No.
I've not ever
mosquitoes.
made you, not even when
Although
I
it's
met
January,
you,
there wouldn't
I
be any
have
mosquitoes
not-
anyway.
Even when I did not know that how important you are, I did not make you kiss the ring.
That's true.
This ring,
It is a lovely ring.
it is
I don't.
quite unique metal.
When did you get it?
When I was a child, You know, parents tell stories. Some tell stories of sharing the bog or other monsters. My parents told all their stories. But you're
Give me a
a
perception.
good friend.
Give me a perception plus alertness roll. Hers is going to carry over from the previous roll, so she's going to see it anyway
Perception.
because it
plus
was that damn
alertness.
good.
Am I detecting bullshit?
No.
What's the difficulty?
Actually, do I
seven.
have it on
All
this
right, so it's
character
a 6
sheet?
because aspects.
Yes.
Because I forgot to bring my new one.
What?
2.
What do you what?
Because it says right on here. That's
Yeah.
what my suspicion is. But that she has a.
Okay. I don't know.
But they don't know.
2 successes. Okay. As your ghouls are tying up the boat,
Yeah.
you both notice a sort of a shadow pass over the sky,
Oh, excellent.
and you're fairly sure that
Yeah.
your meeting is imminent. You've heard Prime Bell go already and everything like that, but so he sees you're there. He sees you're early, so he comes a little bit early.
Okay.
And he comes down and lands.
This is Barbas.
Barbas, yes, same Barbas. The first thing that you notice as he lands
Yeah.
is his right arm is back to the way it was
Okay.
before you ever touched it.
Yep. Okay.
This is the first time you've seen him.
I'm going to mention to you, this is Barbas from the cathedral.
So he is exotically beautiful, actually, like angelic face. But it's sort of a slate gray all through his skin color. And the wings appear to be feathered as opposed to bat. And he has horns swept back over his head. You came.
My friend, I had hoped that it was you, Barbas. Is this correct?
Yes. I had to wait until Master did not need me.
He is not at home
He
at the
is,
Raven and the Rose.
he has dismissed me for the night.
This is good.
I do not wish to go against Master. I did not tell him about what occurred last night.
Were you able to change the gift that I gave you yourself?
No, when I awoke this evening, it had returned.
I
had
understand.
reverted.
Perhaps it is best. I do not wish to upset your master.
Perhaps
Lest
it is best.
put
that
you
he
in
did
a
not
difficult position. Yes.
I do not wish to go against Master. I am, however, concerned.
Yes, friend.
If his plans go forward, I think more of my brothers and sisters will die.
This cannot happen, Barbas. I would not allow this as well.
They would send us as the first into battle, as they have. And
They do not understand. They may have.
they understand, they do not care.
We shall make them care. Together we will make them care.
There is one or two who care, but they can do little.
I can help you. I will help you, and I will help your brothers and sisters. Your master, he intends harm against this prince, does he not?
I do not know. He intends harm, well, he and those above him intend harm against those like your prince.
Like my kind, of my clan.
Yes,
I see.
I have fought your kind.
Do you know that it is said that you are of my clan? Do you know that it is said that we are part of each other?
I do not know about that.
Because I believe this, I will help you. I have come with a friend.
Yes, I see.
I wave, but I have to stay in the. but I
But
wave.
Meanwhile, there's the various schools who are like,
And she would have gotten off the boat at
Yeah.
this point, and so friendly gesture, not seductive gesture, but like will put her hand on his shoulder. We will be friends, yes. We will keep each other safe.
I would like a friend. But I cannot defy the master. It is the order of things.
I understand, but I will investigate. It is the order of things. There is master and there is servant, but there is not slave. And you, Barbas, are not servant. You are slave. This is not the order of things. There may be hierarchy, there may be those who are noble and higher creatures, higher men in positions, and those who serve, there should not be slaves.
Both of you and him give me stamina rolls.
Oh, because Dawn is coming.
Oh, here it comes.
Plus fortitude?
Yeah, plus fortitude.
Okay.
Difficulty?
Standard.
Why can't I see my...
Nope.
Stamina is an attribute.
I'm a
physical attribute.
No, that, but fort is
Is a discipline.
discipline, that's why. Okay, cool.
I got this many.
You give
Okay.
it this, man.
But it's okay, I'm on
What
the
am
boat
I
in the
trying to
Haven
get? What am I trying to get? Six?
Standard. Standard
Okay.
6, yeah.
I got 2 6s.
Okay, you can definitely tell that dawn is
Okay.
coming. You fall asleep.
That's okay. I'm in the safe place.
Right, exactly. I mean, you have just enough wherewithal to, like, you were in a place where you waved and then you went back inside and you.
Barbas, could you bring me back to my manor?
I cannot.
No?
I cannot. I am sorry.
I understand. You should leave, though.
I cannot.
You cannot. It is dawn approaches. The sun approaches.
I feel it too. Do not worry for me.
I understand. Okay, player question. I
Yeah.
understand they're, although they were constructed vampires, there is some talk potentially that they can also pass along that, like, they're vampires.
Yeah.
They're
He could,
just
he could have
gargoyles.
earth melt.
He could.
Okay.
There are a number of things. If he was made from a, I mean,
No,
you have no
but-
idea what kind of abilities he has. But,
Right. No, but I just mean the sun is not going to be cool. Kind to him.
you can you would
As
it would
far
be
as
right for you to
I
assume
know.
that.
Okay.
It would be right for you
Okay.
to assume
That he
that.
can't walk in the sun. Okay. What do you mean you cannot return to your master, to where you are staying, where you are kept?
I will be staying here today.
You are safe though. Your master will not know.
It will be fine.
Then I ask you.
I chose the timing because I know when he sleeps.
I bid you to be safe then. No, I got it. So
give me another
alertness
at this
perception.
point. No. Shit, I need to actually look this up because
Okay.
Yeah, I'm zero help. I'm already out, but I'm.
she's already asleep.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go with again a stamina roll. I'm not sure if it's stamina or willpower to stay awake. It's probably stamina.
Okay. Stamina.
You can spend a willpower for an automatic
know.
success.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that then. Because otherwise I could spend blood and yeah. So I will spend a willpower for an automatic success, and I'm looking for that on my freaking character sheet. There it is. Okay. Although it's fun to roll
Difficulty
dice.
7 now.
Yeah, but you can still roll dice for more successes.
I can.
Well, yeah,
And then
you have an
because you can do
automatic
that
one, but
after.
then you can, and then you
okay.
roll, and then you
okay.
roll.
So I'm sorry. It was stamina and whoozy.
Stamina and fortitude.
Okay,
Discipline,
which I don't
yeah.
have.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll. You
And
guys.
difficulty 7.
Okay. 2, but this one subtracts 1, right?
Correct.
But then you bought one with
But
your
then I
willpower.
bought
Then you
one,
bought-
so
you
I
bought
still
one,
got
right.
2.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're fine. He says, you should take cover. Dawn approaches.
I will, friend. Should you wish to speak in future, you may send a note, but perhaps perch upon the roof of the Raven and Rose. Get word to one of the 3 brides. They will know.
He looks confused.
The Raven and the Rose. And she'll describe the position of the whorehouse.
Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
3 brides.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I was like, I totally misunderstood.
And it wasn't the Raven and Rose. It's the wood,
the
wood
wooden
and ferret.
The wooden ferret.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wooden ferret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So at this point, you need to give me a courage roll
Okay.
at difficulty 3.
Should be okay.
Okay.
Should be okay.
I do the. Wait,
You're not a brouhaha. You should be okay.
I know. I'm like, it's choosing dice.
Yeah,
choosing
yeah.
dice is hard.
It's true. It's
Okay.
true.
I will just choose you. I will choose you. And I'm sorry, difficulty whoozy?
3.
Oh, okay. Hopefully. Oh, look at that. Holy
You got
crap.
three.
That's
That's
hilarious.
funny. Well, 6 and 3 threes.
And I'm sorry, like on 6 dice, I rolled 10, 10, 10, 9, something.
Yeah, right.
But I literally, that's beautiful.
All right.
Thank you, dice. I
the
got
sky
4
is lightning.
successes. Thank God.
Not like, but
Yeah.
the sky is what we used to call the magic show in school, as the sky changed colors because we had pulled another all-nighter. I'm going to switch back to you guys for a moment because it's getting on towards dawn and whatever pre-dawn preparations you need to make. You were going to wait around for...
She had a meeting.
Right. He does come.
Mm-hmm.
And they do indeed have a meeting.
Okay.
But he requests that it be just her and him.
I'm going to stay out in the foyer
Yeah,
or whatever
okay.
it is. That's going to be nearby.
Okay. It lasts a while. I mean, like, it's getting on close towards dawn before. give me a perception plus alertness. Difficulty 8.
Two
Two
successes.
successes. All right. I mean, you can make out some of it. Some of it is. Some of the discussion is about Barbas. Some of it is about. I mean, you make out a little bit. It's like, I apologize for him flying around. He is my bodyguard. Been sent here to protect me, so on and so forth. I try to keep him inconspicuous as much as possible. And then there's a bunch of political back and forth about, what is the clan Tremere's intent for expansion into this area, and no, you can't come here. This is my city, and stay the hell out, and that kind of thing.
Right.
It doesn't get heated. It doesn't get angry, but it's definitely firm lines drawn on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of compromise going on there.
Right. Okay. But I'm not hearing, no, open your mouth, you're drinking my blood right now. Nothing like that.
No, none of that, no. Pre-dawn? Anything?
I just wanted to be as close to where this meeting was going on as I could be.
The meeting that they had?
No, the meeting between the prince and Wenceslas.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't trust him.
If
Yeah.
you would have, from your
Especially
position,
not
you would have
now.
seen him approach.
Then I would have moved down to where
You could.
I
be-
could unobtrusively.
You would. Gregor can be sitting there in the antechamber.
You can use my
Listen.
glass.
You don't know obfuscate, right? Or okay.
I mean, you can hear basically what I just described, or you can make your own roll, I suppose. Perception alertness to. You ready to put your dice away? No, your dice are right there.
The dice are here.
Again, 8. That's a 10.
And
I have 110.
Except
there's an 8 and a 1. It's a 1, not a
Yeah.
7.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought those were both 7s.
they had to be 8.
If only.
8s, yes. Difficulty 8.
Yeah, I have 1.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you're getting pretty much what I described to Stu.
Okay.
That's fine.
It's she doesn't really want them to expand any farther, and they want to.
Okay.
But there's nothing mentioned about any other kind of alliances.
Okay.
That's
Interesting.
okay. So you made your first ret check roll,
Mm-hmm.
and you got 4 successes.
Yeah, and I'm fine if he's already made clear to me that he will make himself safe, so I will make myself safe.
So you make your way back to the boat.
Yeah.
Okay. As you get into the boat, there are 2 things that you notice.
Okay.
One, the sky has gotten light enough that you start really seeing things, and you see that Runa has passed out inside.
Okay.
It's not snoring,
But she's
you know.
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she has told you she's safe.
True.
There are
Okay.
openings in this
Okay.
space.
It actually says that sunlight entering becomes moonlight.
I know.
So
I
that's
know, yeah.
cool.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I don't know this, but
No,
like, yeah.
so it's going to be
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
So then you look at Barbas, who's on the shore,
Yeah.
and his wings expand to their full extent, and then go.
That's freaking
And
brilliant.
the first bit of light that hits him, the first bit of sunlight that hits him, he turns to stone.
Like in the cartoon.
Oh my god. Is that my new boyfriend?
Give me one more ret check roll at difficulty 4. That's the courage roll.
Okay. Oh,
The red
buggers.
fear.
I'm gonna replace one of you. I don't know which
Difficulty
one.
4.
Okay. Bugger.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a simple failure.
Yep.
Give me a stamina roll.
Okay. Because yeah, I had 2 7s, but I had 2 1s, so they canceled it out.
And the mighty vampire.
The salmon
was
rolls,
taken
you
on.
just stay awake to
he-
panic.
She already had 4 she already had 4 successes
Yeah.
previously.
Yeah.
so
4 out
I'm-
of 4. Yeah.
If she had botched, it would have been a different thing. But
Okay.
so give me,
Stamina.
stamina roll. Difficulty
7 maybe?
No, 8.
Hey, I shouldn't have rolled before.
She didn't make it.
No.
You didn't make it?
Uh-uh.
You pass out.
Okay. Where?
In the boat.
In the boat. In
Okay.
the safe part of the boat.
In the safe part of the boat.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Flippin'
you
hell.
flinch. You flinch as you see light come in through the windows instinctively, because it's like, oh god, that's sunlight.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't hurt, you kind of faint.
That's what happens when you know.
It's like, oh.
Okay.
So
Cool.
you guys make it back to wherever you need to.
Damn.
Not too much of a problem there. All right, so that brings us to the
Friday.
next evening.
It's Friday.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
We're 8:30, so
Yeah.
We are 8:30. That is absolutely true.
What do we want to do? Is this a really
seems
good
like a
stopping
call
point, or
it.
do you want to?
It's Friday the 10th of January. Sorry. Now I got that freaking song stuck in my
I
head.
know.
That's all I can think of.
Friday. It's a good
I
song.
know.
It's because it's a good song.
yeah. That was somebody's.
It's an earworm. That
Sweet
doesn't necessarily
16
mean
something,
it's a
It's a
good
good
song.
song.
I had Sweeney
It's got
Todd in
good
my head
rapping
earlier
in it.
today.
It's got great lyrics.
See what happens when I know it's supposed to be 8?
I had Sweeney
should
Todd in
not
my
have
head earlier
rolled.
today, but that's because I was in
Oh,
a
well,
Giovanni
there's
chat
that.
and we were talking about Dunsterns.
I actually think this might be a good place to call it for the night. I know it's a little early. We can take care of some
Yeah.
bookkeeping
Cool.
because we're not going to have this game in 2 weeks. Because in 2 weeks
That's right.
is
Orcon.
Orcon
Orcon.
2018.
Yeah, like
at
16,
the
17, 18,
LAX
19,
Hilton
Yeah.
Hotel,
LAX
Casino,
LAX.
Bar,
Yeah.
Grill.
and Grill. Yeah, exactly.
Strategicon.net.
Yeah.
Right, strategicon.net. I know that Jib's running games. I know Stu's running games. I know I'm running games.
There are tons
I heard
of
that Gina
Happy
might
Jacks
be running
game.
games. Please mark down how many helpful player dice you still have.
Split
I did.
them. I don't
Please
worry
mark
about
down
it.
how much blood you have.
Yeah, I have all the bloods.
Bente.
Okay.
All the bloods ever.
Yeah, we didn't pick a fight this time, so.
No.
Are you?
Oh, wait, I
running
should have
a game
18. I have to swim flight.
You know, I did not get a game in,
Okay.
but Stu and Kimmy and I have been talking, and there's the stream that's gonna start on some Saturday nights, and I have a couple games lined up for that.
Okay.
So we're gonna do some other kind of cuckoo one shots. Probably gonna start with the black hack.
Okay.
Some sort of
hack? The black
the
hack.
black hack.
What's a black hack?
D&D kind of old school
Oh, okay.
coolness.
Of course, the podcast will be streaming live in front of a live studio audience on Saturday.
Saturday at
at the
8
con.
Yeah.
8 p.m.
Yeah, and also stay tuned for Interpol X, I believe, tomorrow. And also, we've got some Spaniards Ghost on Wednesday. So look at the calendar. Thank you for watching Happy Jacks RPG.
And
Podcast
I will
actual plays.
right, and I will be sending out XP via Slack again.
Thank you.
And primarily because it gives me an opportunity to listen back to this episode and
For
remember
sure.
everything.
Do you really want to hear all those puns again?
Have you met me?
You store them up for the long winter, don't you?
All depends. Sturk wasn't in this game. It's all good. I
No
love
pun
Sturk's puns, but yeah, Sturk's the punniest
He hasn't met my
of
father.
the punnies.
He's very
Oh,
funny.
I have not. Yeah, but I like his puns.
But yeah, so thank you very much.
Yeah.
And the schedule will be popping up on the screen shortly.
Yeah. Thank you. Good night. Bye.
Goodbye. Is the mics off yet?